Yeah. Hey, yo. You know what I'm saying? It is WrestleMania week, WrestleMania weekend, WrestleMania night one, WrestleMania 38 night one. And hey, it's time for us to still talk about wrestling like nobody else in the world. So that means it is definitely time for the first Black Champ podcast. And I'm Camp from the Port.
And I'm JR Bang. Make sure you rate, like, subscribe, download wherever you get your favorite podcast.
Yeah, yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out to Barbershop Digital. Them niggas got emails.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
you know what I'm saying?
know
Get the right
you
one.
right. You know you and you're fishing when you get emails, ladies and gentlemen. You know
Mm-hmm.
we're official over there. But shouts out to the Barbershop Digital, home of First Black Champ. Go ahead and get that merch. You see Camp with the red on. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you follow us, fbc.pod, fbc_pod. The biggest weekend in wrestling is here.
Believe it.
No, as we record this on Sunday morning, WrestleMania Night 1 happened yesterday. WrestleMania Night 2 is tonight before,
Mm-hmm.
no, so we're recording now. We got NXT Stand and Deliver that happened yesterday. It's a
Mm.
whole bunch of shit that's going on in wrestling. Some appearances we expected to see, some
Mm-hmm.
experiences that white people have never experienced in a
Mm-hmm.
WWE setting and maybe in their lifetime we're going to talk about. But before we get into that, just like we do on any other episode, we might end up talking about some shit that happened somewhere else
Ross, what
that we could
up?
bring into wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Would love to learn your thoughts about the smack heard around the world last week at the Oscars.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
now been a week. A
Yeah,
week,
man.
a week to process, a
Mm-hmm.
week for think pieces,
Mm-hmm.
a week for people's thoughts
Yeah,
that
man.
niggas didn't give a shit about.
Man,
A
listen.
week of thoughts with niggas with no wives or no husband, or no
Mm-hmm.
husbands, or no
A
whatever
lot
it
of,
is you
yeah.
float your boat.
Right. A lot of tough talk on the internet
A lot of
after in
tough
the
talk.
aftermath.
So I
Y'all
would love
lying.
to. So I would love to know your thoughts.
All right, for sure. So, man, so Bang's known me long enough to know that I am a huge fan of both of these gentlemen.
Yeah.
Bang can credit me with being the only black dude that was actually cool that he knew that had a copy of Big Willie Style on CD,
Yes.
and I played it.
Yes.
And even he had to concede. He's like, all right, this is decent.
Yeah. Ah.
You know what I'm saying? That was me. So this ain't just no, oh, yo, he's the greatest movie star in the world. It's like, no,
Then
I have a CD copy of
the
Big Willie Style.
the
And
only
that's still in the
CD of
crib.
Fresh Prince I had at that time was Home Base,
There you go.
and that's because of Summertime.
Right. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So and also, I've long said way before the Chappelle boom that Chris Rock is the greatest comedian of my time.
Right.
And I know that some people will still challenge that. I'm going to still stand with Chris as my pick because I don't think there's been 3 comedy specials in a row. Bring the Pain, Bigger and Blacker, and should have Never Scared. I don't think there's been 3 in a row that have been that great from
Right.
anybody in my time. I'm only 40. I'll be 41 in less than 40 days though. So I laughed at the joke. I ain't gonna lie. I'm one of those under a rock people that didn't know that Jada Pinkett had alopecia. I ain't gonna lie to you because all I saw was the meme that said Jada got everybody in her family looking like Tupac. So I laughed at that. Like I ain't watched Red Table Talk in a minute. I don't know.
I've not seen that meme.
Yeah, hey, it's this one. Hey, literally, hey, this shit is funny as fuck because it had Jada, right? I guess when she first cut her hair off, and then had Will with the
Yeah.
baldy with the goatee. Willow had just cut her hair off, and they had one of Jade, and it was like, hey, it was like this thing. Jada got everybody in her family looking like Tupac. I was like,
Man.
y'all wild. Like it was
Man.
hilarious to me. So I hear the G.I. Jane joke. Nice little quick quip. I'm laughing. But then, you know what I'm saying? See Will get up. And then Chris Rock don't know what's happening. I think that he thought he was gonna laugh with him and lean down and do the little hug, like the Hollywood
Little
hug.
nigga,
But instead, you know what I'm saying? Very reminiscent of when The Rock slapped Vince McMahon when he was hanging out the limo on SmackDown. When he told Vince, "Hey, come here, Vince. No, you don't want anybody to hear this." And then he walked over there, and that was, and then the driver just pulls off. And Vince just sitting there like, "Yo, he slapped me in the face." That's literally what happened to Chris Rock.
You know what's crazy? I didn't think about that slap. The slap I thought about was The Real World.
Oh, hey.
I think his name was David.
Yeah, what dude?
When she hit him with the it's good that you're living your truth. And he was like, "Yo, what you mean?" He's like, "You're gay." And that nigga had to sit there. Like, what the fuck? Then he ran up to the con shit. "Oh, you forgot your teddy bear."
I was like, yo.
And she was like, "Did he just slap me?"
Wow. But yo, and you know what though? Hindsight, not knowing it at the time, that was the sign he was gay. Because
he did come out.
Yeah, he ended up coming out, but that moment, you don't believe it in time, but that moment proved he was gay and I'll tell you why.
And he do the stuff on with the gay people. What's the shit called? The queer eye for the straight guy?
Oh, no.
I think
I thought you was going somewhere completely different when you said he did the stuff with the gay guys. I'm like,
no, man, I don't want to get us canceled.
No, man, fuck. Hey, look, I need that cancel attention. Fuck all that shit.
That's true.
But, you know what I'm saying?
What did they say?
Right, you know what I'm saying? Rewind to 7 minutes into the show. Yeah, please do it.
Then fucking Scott called us like, "Man, what the hell y'all talking about on the goddamn shit? This shit got millions of listens." Like,
right, you know what I'm saying? Come on, we boosting the stock up.
Damn
but
right.
No, to explain it for y'all in detail, the reason why that moment of him running up to the car and slapping homegirl inside the window, listen, any heterosexual man that happens to be black, if he's being called gay by a white woman, you shrug that off and fuck one of her homegirls. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, "Look, I don't have to prove nothing to you, bitch. I just don't want to fuck you." You know what I'm saying? Like, usually a man that is heterosexual wouldn't be behaving in a way that would be bringing violence upon a woman for questioning his sexuality. I was like, what, maybe 17 or something when that shit came out. I don't remember that. I don't remember how old I was when that season came, but I was like, dang, he slapped homegirl. And then they did the reunion. Fam turned out to really be gay. So her gaydar was on point. But as I get older, especially late 20s, 30s, I'm like, yeah, the more I met men that were obviously homosexual without officially coming out to me, what I learned is that, they think it's okay for them to like retaliate to women physically. Like they think it's okay to like to fight them. Not like, this ain't like woman beaters. That's a different category. Like the dudes that think, "Oh, I can square up with a bitch." Like, yeah, those are gay men. I'm sorry, those are gay men, because nothing in your mind, if you're heterosexual, would be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta. She calling me gay? All right, bet. I'm gonna go ahead and fuck Teresa, and we're gonna solve all of this.
Get this out the way,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let's call Caitlyn up and fuck that. You know what I mean? Whatever. So, but no, that was funny. Definitely both slaps, very relatable, because homegirl did get the slap and she just sat there and was like, "Oh my God." It's like, oh yeah, no, he hit you. He hit you in your face.
Chris ass was like, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me.
Hey, that was one of the funniest reactions ever, because then you're looking like, did it hurt? You could tell he didn't really expect it. And it was like, and even he was in disbelief, like, yo, what should I do now that Will Smith smacked the shit out of me? Like, he was just like, yo, what should I do?
You got to ponder a lot of shit.
Yeah, Yeah,
Like,
because he on live TV.
look
Like,
around like, fuck, what?
and then he was like, and then hey, you know what? And hey, in true fashion of the Oscars, right? Because I haven't seen King Richard, but let's do it like this, right? Out of all the Will Smith movies you've seen or heard about, if Will Smith got the Oscar for Best Actor, would you have picked King Richard based on every other movie he's been in?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, not even close.
Okay,
It
awesome.
is not even close. Like even looking at Ali, not even close.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so dig it. So now to flip it, right? Denzel Washington, should he really have got the best Oscar for Alonzo Washington in Training
No,
Day?
no. And what's crazy is I can tell you this because I watched Macbeth. I love Macbeth the book.
Mm-hmm. I personally loved him in John Q. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But if I would have picked,
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith would have got the Oscar for Ali,
Okay.
comparable to everybody who's nominated. I
Mm-hmm.
still say to this day that the Academy Awards gave Denzel Washington. This is how everything is connected, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when Malcolm X was released, right?
Yeah.
And Al Pacino was nominated for Son of a Woman,
Yeah.
played a blind dude.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody thought, and still to this day, if you put the two movies together,
Mm-hmm.
they'd be like, "Oh yeah, Denzel Washington won that Oscar for Malcolm X. That shit was amazing."
Right.
No,
No,
Al
you're not.
Pacino won for Son of a Woman.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say that it was his lifetime achievement Oscar
Mm-hmm.
because he didn't win for all of the other movies. Godfather,
Yeah.
Serpico, Please Don't Say Scarface. That was not an Oscar
Right. Yeah.
type,
Like,
but
like
all of them other
if you met a
shits.
real Cuban,
All right.
he's doing a terrible job.
Right. But all them other shits, he probably should have been, he should have more than the Oscars that he got. He didn't get
Yeah.
it. So they bypassed Denzel Washington, who was expected to win, and
Mm-hmm.
gave it to Al Pacino.
Mm-hmm.
So then fast forwarded to 2001,
Mm-hmm.
and you got, all the people nominated, included Will Smith. And a lot of people thought Will Smith would be the front runner to
Mm-hmm.
win the Oscar instead of Denzel Washington as Alonzo.
Yep.
And Denzel Washington won for Training Day, which still a lot of people believe
Mm-hmm.
that was possibly his lifetime achievement Oscar. Like you
Mm-hmm.
got two best supporting Oscars,
Mm-hmm.
but you ain't never win best actor.
Right.
So we're gonna go ahead and give you this.
Mm-hmm.
Now flip it to this year. If you look at Macbeth,
Mm-hmm.
Denzel Washington, his performance,
Mm-hmm.
it shits on King Richard to me.
Okay.
Not saying that King Richard is not a great performance, because it's a great performance by Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
But Denzel as Macbeth
Mm-hmm.
killed it.
Okay. Circling. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But this to me is
Mhm.
Will Smith's lifetime achievement, his crowning Oscar moment. So just like the other three,
Mm-hmm. He's getting that moment.
He's getting that moment.
And circling it all back around to say is that was what Chris Rock, I think, was going through Chris Rock's mind. He was like, yo, that's the joke that got me slapped. Like, I've told a Kobe rape joke. Like, I created the black folks versus niggas joke. I did the Marion Barry jokes. I got the OJ jokes. Like, I shouldn't have killed him. I ain't saying he killed him, but I understand. But G.I. Jane,
And he said it.
Yeah,
I told a G.I. Jane the joke.
Right. He was like, yo, that was, he was even thinking like, I didn't even really think about that one. Like, I didn't even think he was going to laugh.
Keep your name, my wife's name, out your motherfucking mouth.
He's like, okay. He's like, okay. Yeah, I will, okay. And then he was like, yo, like, it was still in disbelief. Like, as a comedian, especially as long as he's been doing this thing, he got to be thinking like, yo, somebody should have shot me for more than this. Like, yo, he was like, yo, I've walked out scot-free with a bag for a lot less.
But
like, yo.
But it's a key to that, though.
Mm.
See, because I know you're a fan of Will Smith. I know you're a fan of Chris Rock.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you have some thoughts, and I'm gonna let you finish the thought.
Mm.
But I just want to say the key here is who you telling these jokes in front of.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
So
important.
I pass it back to you.
That's important. I mean, hey, you know what? The other thing that we also witnessed, because this is the first Black Champ podcast, and we do have to give y'all a racial side of this. We watched a physical altercation on one of the whitest and most polarizing nights between two black men, and nobody white thought anything bad was going to happen. That's how much Hollywood trusts Chris Rock and Will Smith.
Man,
Like literally. Like had that have been Wesley Snipes and Dave Chappelle, oh no. Oh no. We're gonna get in the middle of that. Even Jamie Foxx and like um Don Cheadle, they would have been like, wait, hold up, whoa, watch them.
because I did say on some dude pod, this is like red. This is like Sidney Poitier slapping Red Fox for a
Man,
Diane Carroll joke.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like
And the thing is, they probably was like, you know what? But we watched Sydney's slap a white man on film, so we need to watch him.
right,
That's
man.
how safe.
Right.
That's how safe Chris Rock and Will Smith were. Nobody thought that. Like they literally split. It was just like, wow. He just told the G.I. Jane joke. It was funny. What's the big deal? And then at the same time, people are like, Will, we can't believe you would do that. Why would you do it?
Wow.
like, yo, that was the most conflicting moment for white people ever in
And it
life.
still is.
Yeah,
It still is. Like,
because
what is
like now they're like, I can't believe we let this happen. And damn, I can't believe it actually happened.
like it's
It
the
was
Fresh
Chris Rock and
Prince.
Will Smith.
We all love them.
Yeah.
We
They,
all love them.
they can't pick a side. It's lose-lose for them. Finally, black conflict leads to a lose-lose for white people, and they recognize it.
Well,
I'm here
except for
for it.
now. Now in 7 days, it's definitely fuck Will Smith.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Yeah,
definitely
that
fuck Will Smith.
that got overwhelmingly presented there, and I mean, shit, it's fair. It's fair. You know what I mean? I hate to I didn't want to pick a side, but yeah, like, well, you didn't need to slap Chris Rock for that. Like, you didn't need to. I mean, it is one of those things, and I've always been a person to be aware of this. It's like, yo, if you got a girl that's like getting you in drama and trouble, and she got you fighting in the club, or she got you getting shot at, you gotta leave her. That used to be my motto. It's like,
Yeah,
nah,
you're
hey
gonna
yo,
die.
yeah, it's like, yo, these bitches are trouble, bro. We
And
can't kick it with
that
them.
never ends up well for the guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it never does. And we're witnessing it at the highest level. You can be a credited actor, you could be an icon in your field, you could have millions and millions of dollars, and still when you teeing off on a dude over a girl, it just don't look cool. It just don't look
Don't.
cool. And that is not a cop out to not defend your family, as not a cop out to not defend the people that come with you, because we are all about that. But at the same time, that was like a joke that I'm not gonna use that. It should have been empowering and funny to her. I'm not gonna say that, because
Yeah,
you get to
yeah.
pick who you laugh. You get to pick what you want to laugh at and whatnot. But no way do I. You don't get green light and on site off of that.
Yeah, so I ain't got no dog in the fight. The
Yeah.
Gemini me see both sides.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
I also see I still to this day believe that a conversation was had between those two before. Because as I told my father this, I asked my father this, I'm gonna ask you.
Mm.
When a man says, "Keep my wife's name out your motherfucking mouth," true or false?
Mhm.
When a black man tells another black man to keep their name out your motherfucking mouth, it most of the time means that you've had that man's wife's name in your motherfucking mouth.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So as a
And proximity has just not given you the opportunity to be like, hey fam, slow that shit up.
and I think after the 2016 Oscars,
Mhm.
that happened.
Yeah.
Because for those who don't remember, that was around the Oscar so white shit. Some black celebrities was like boycott the Oscars. Chris Rock hosted. He joked
Mhm.
around with it. Basically
Mhm.
said that Jada Pinkett wouldn't be invited to the Oscars anyway. Like, what has she
Yeah.
done?
Yeah.
Now that's
Yeah. Hey,
funny. To go ahead.
he had jokes that like
That's it.
he low key had a set for her.
Yes, he did. And if you notice, if you looked at the tape, it was white people that was like, ah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're right, Chris. This shit's hilarious.
Yeah.
So I think that at that time, after the
Mhm.
Oscars of 2016, Will was like, hey, man, some jokes and shit, but it was very serious for the wife and shit, man. So
Yeah.
let's cool off on jokes with her.
Yeah. 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 I can see that.
To this day, a
Mhm.
whole week I've thought about this. I said it Tuesday. I'm gonna say
Mhm.
it again. I said it to my father. I still think a conversation happened.
Mhm. Yeah.
And it was the scene of the crime, the original crime.
Mhm.
Well, are you talking shit up here again?
Yeah. It's playing right on to your point, and I'll let you kick right back in. It's kind of just like when you see like dude and be like, hey fam, we don't even fuck with you like that. Why you even over here? Like, gone, get the fuck on up out of here. And then you like, then you just chilling, you kicking it, you pull up again. Hey, oh, so it's fuck what I got to say about it. So it's fuck what I got to say about it. And now, so Will's probably like, oh, fam, I thought we talked about this. I laughed at the shit about me. Dog, I told you before, like, yo, we not on the jokes on Jada. Like, you had a whole set.
You had a whole
We didn't
set.
appreciate that shit. So, fam, what the fuck is you doing again? Like, and so yeah, I could see him being like, all right, man, I already talked to dude, but he don't like. I guess my words ain't resonating right.
Not saying it's right.
No, right. Not saying it's
What
right.
I'm saying is that's what I believe part of this is.
Mhm.
And I think the part of it is I'm tired of everybody having jokes with my wife.
Yeah.
Because for people that have wives and girlfriends, or really truly had wives and girlfriends that they love. Let me
Mhm.
preference that. Because motherfuckers
Mhm.
be in relationships and just be like, I don't like her, but it's in-house pussy or some shit like that. I've been through that once in my life where
Yeah.
I didn't like her, but I knew I could go over to the house and get a free meal and some
Mm.
pussy.
Dang.
So
You know what I'm saying?
so it happens. We niggas. But
Shout to our transitional our transitional champions. You know what I mean?
yes, right, yeah. You got a lot of transitional champions before you get
You
to
know what I
that
mean?
one that might even lead you to the one.
You know what I'm saying? Like
You know?
you might never had headline SummerSlam, but shit, No Way Out is going up.
Right. It's a couple of grudge matches in store for you. So what I mean by that is this, right?
Mhm.
You can't tell a man how to feel about his wife
Yes,
or his
facts.
girlfriend. Like, you can have a wife that's on crack and you love her though. She
Mhm.
stole from everybody in your family, not her
Mhm.
family, your family, but you love her. That's your wife. Your
Mhm.
wife ain't nothing but a crackhead. She's a bitch. Yo, she's still my wife.
Right. You
So
gotta respect her around me.
you got to, oh, thank you. Around me, respect her, especially if I talk to you about it.
Mhm.
And then plus, we all know through Red Table Talk and all that shit, they got a lot of shit that they still working through.
Yeah, man.
Then Laverne Cox at the last big award show, I think it was a Screen Actors Guild Awards.
Mhm.
She makes the entanglement joke. Ladies and gentlemen, would you rather him had slapped Laverne Cox or
Man.
Chris Rock? I'm sorry, Chris Rock getting slapped here.
Yeah.
Why? Because if he slaps Laverne Cox, he gets hit by the LGBTQ community, and Will Smith is dead.
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah,
I'd
now,
rather
yeah, I'm real quick. You want cancel culture? Let that happen.
let that happen.
you That would have been no joke. That would have been the first real canceling ever. Like that would
Right.
have been the first one. That would have defined it. It was cancel culture is when somebody tell a joke that happens to be a part of the LGBTQ community, you slap the shit out of them, and you can't work no more.
Right. That.
Like,
So
yeah.
glad. So I hate to say it. I'm glad it happened to Chris. But it's
No,
a
I feel you.
build up. It's a build up, man. Like,
Mhm.
and I hate to say what I'm about to say
Mm.
because it's been years since it happened, so we won't go through it.
Mm.
But I speak from experience.
Okay.
Camp knows this.
Mm.
I speak from experience where somebody said some shit, and it was just a moment where I blacked out.
Oh, hey. Hey, now that nigga earned that though.
I know. What I'm saying is,
That should have been me, but whatever.
but what I'm saying is for me, it was more about the buildup than what just happened then and there. Because I was sitting there just taking a hit and taking a hit and taking a hit on the count of my mans, trying to make sure shit worked.
Mm-hmm.
People get choked out and smacked for less.
Yeah, man.
In this case, it was just one word that we still make fun of to this day, where it was said and it didn't work out for Buddy.
Yeah, no, man.
So sometimes, man, it ain't about what was said at that time.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the buildup that leads to a certain point. Was he wrong? Was he right for doing it? And nowhere in the world, like people are killing me by getting on social media. Oh man, Netflix is pushing back on working with them. They paused production. Sony paused. What the fuck y'all think was supposed to happen?
Yeah,
The
right,
man
exactly.
slapped the man in front of thousands of people in an arena, thousands of his peers.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, be clear.
Right, be clear. Thousands of his peers
Mm-hmm.
and fans inside the arena.
Mm-hmm.
And then millions worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
Not just in America. Japan saw that slap real time. Australia saw that slap real time.
Mm-hmm.
Germany. The only people who didn't see that slap real time is Russia.
Hey, sorry, Vladimir.
He the only one. Oh shit! What they
What
saying
happened over
there?
there?
What the fuck that? Oh man, Twitter down in this motherfucker. What the fuck?
You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck?
See?
Hey, get the real shit on the phone.
You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Oh, Will Smith did what? World leaders are shocked at Will Smith right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
there's no way around it. You got to take a step back. Will, we can't do shit right now.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna let this shit cool off, but we gonna let you cool off for a little bit because right now you're hot.
And you know what? And also, I need to think about this as well. Chris Rock taking that slap has even I've even heard the whole letting Louis C.K. say nigga in front of him come up. Like either that's the get back for that.
I mean,
it was like one was like it's the get back for that. It was like, well, of course he ain't gonna do nothing. He didn't do nothing when Louis C.K. was saying nigga. He's like, and Seinfeld said something, and I was like, damn, yeah, that does, yeah. It's
matter of fact, he said that Louis C.K. was a nigga. Yeah. And that's the shit that we talked about a couple of weeks ago. Where sometimes some people and Chris Rock, you know, it was brought up again that Chris Rock has a version of Asperger's called non-verbal learning disorder, where if you read it, it's essentially he does not see body language or he does not see non-verbal shit well. So he's the epitome of the play too much person. He's not discounting the affliction, but he does not see non-verbal cues well, which means that, and we've been through this, where somebody's talking about your ass and you don't know that they're uncomfortable. Yeah. You can't tell that they're uncomfortable, so you continue doing what you're doing. Half of the hood got that. Half of the hood got that. In any hood in America. That's probably why niggas get shot.
Hey, that's why I'm glad I'm an earth sign. Cause I'll be like, wait, something don't feel right. Let's get the fuck out of here. Like, yo, keep me there real. Like sometimes I'm like, hey man, we gotta get the fuck out of here. They was
This
like,
nigga,
why? Come on, just follow me, nigga.
this nigga sound like my wife right now.
Yeah,
You know,
hey,
us Tauruses.
yeah. Hey, look, hey man, Earth sign. Look, that means I'm in tune with. I like when it ain't no like power lines and shit around. Like I'm at home. I tune in. I am focused. Like that's why I'm so productive without social media, because the more you disconnect from shit and it's just you and nature, then I know everything that's going on. It's like, whoa, hold the fuck up. What was that?
And I'm a Taurus and a Gemini. I'm born on the cusp. So I agree
So,
with you. Because
you know
I'm
what
the
I'm
nigga
saying?
that be in concerts with my back towards the stage, looking
Yeah.
at the door. Like, all right, let me.
Yeah. Hey, in restaurants, I never have my back to the entrance.
Hell no.
That,
So
because I was like, hold up, I need to feel what's happening
right, I
here.
need to feel what's going
What
on.
kind of energy is coming through the fucking
Yeah.
door? Like I need
So,
that.
so yeah, if you read up on that, if you read up on that disability and you start reading shit, you might look at yourself like, damn, I was riding this nigga for about 3 hours. I ain't realized he was uncomfortable. I was just
Yeah.
getting his ass.
Mhm.
That's why he swung on
Yeah.
me. That's fuck. My bad, fam. I got the same shit Chris Rock got.
Mhm.
I got the same shit. I
Yeah.
ain't noticed. I ain't noticed you was mad. Shit. I was doing what I do.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I know. Hey, listen. Hey, you know what? And everybody has a story, whether it's friend, former foe, or family, where you smacked or been smacked for somebody just talking too fucking much, too fucking long.
so
And then when you get hit, you don't understand why it happened. And you like, bitch, you was talking for fucking hours about some shit. Like, you need to shut the
shut the
fuck
fuck
up.
up. 3 hours. Because I remember a moment where I talked about this dude for damn near 3 hours. I talked about this dude so much, I knew I talked myself out of some pussy that night.
Damn it.
Because I knew I could have got some ass from this chick. But I talked about this one dude for so long that she was like, oh man, he played too much. You know what? I ain't
Yeah,
getting
you
him no
ain't with it.
pussy. I ain't think about that shit. So yeah, man, I think it was a situation where I still think it's a situation where it was a conversation that was had years prior. He just got slapped at the scene of the crime. Will got a lot of shit that he got to process. This ain't got nothing to do with no August. Why he ain't do that with August Alsina? He ain't been in the vicinity. August Alsina never be there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
that's
I
not
mean,
an
shit.
August Alsina venue.
Yeah, right. I mean, and then he gave August the green light. He
Right,
just couldn't handle it.
right, nigga. We wasn't together. I don't give a fuck what you do.
Yeah.
Now, and I don't think he couldn't handle it. I still think Will didn't handle it. I told this to the wife where you got to look, we ain't together, do what you do. Cause I'm doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But Margot Robbie and Charlize Theron ain't out there telling my business.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no,
It's something to Jada for fucking the bum ass nigga.
yeah, absolutely. I was talking about August couldn't handle it. To be
Oh,
real, because to be real, I think the original way it got handled is what caused the breakup. I think it was cool because he was like, "Oh, you not happy? Oh, you want to go fuck the young R&B nigga or something? Man, go fucking do that shit. Whatever. I ain't
whatever.
like that. That's what you need to be happy, because because that I think that was the same year that she was doing the researches of all the Tupac shit, and Willow wrote the letter to him. I was like, yo,
what the fuck?
like y'all is flagrant. Like
right.
he was
And it come out, they said they wasn't really together at that point. Like, nigga,
right.
Will Smith was out there fucking people doing movies and shit.
Yeah.
But none of them came out with shit. But nigga wanna try to sell some records
Right.
off your pussy.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
You handle that, fam. Like, you don't see my bitches. We in this situation because of bum ass nigga.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'd be like, see? Like, see, that's why you can't never be me. You can't do what I do. You need to play your role in this house. I'll play my role in this house, and we gonna be good.
See, look, ain't nobody gonna have a discussion like this about this on any other podcast other than First Black Champ. Because anytime you hear these shits, it's mental health and people are struck. No, August Alsina tried to sell an album, and that shit went double wood off of Jada's pussy. But
Mm-hmm.
Will and his side shit ain't never come out to the forefront. Y'all niggas said he fucked Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie ain't talking. Y'all say he fucked Charlize Theron. You don't see Charlize Theron talking. Y'all say he fucked Ava Mendez. You don't see Ava Mendez and them talking. But you got this bum ass nigga over there that's trying to sing and sell some records off of
Mm-hmm.
J. It's something about the people you picked to fuck.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and we've all experienced it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, look, you can't keep trying to fuck these young thugs if you want to.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
No pun
And
intended.
that's what you're gonna get. He was like, yo, Will went top shelf if he did. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't, I ain't pillow watching or talking, but Will picked top shelf, and Jada went to the corner store, and you see what the fuck happened.
All right, man. So let's go ahead and go. Let's go to the
Yeah,
showcase of immortals.
yeah. Oh,
The
wait, real
most.
quick.
Oh, go
Shout out
ahead.
to you fake tough guys
Oh yeah, yeah.
about what y'all gonna do and put your hands on. None of y'all, all y'all jobbers, it's a work. You gonna get your ass squashed. Chill out. I never seen some of y'all with women. Chill out. You're good, bro. Like, just relax, Tiger. Like, it was so many people. Man, yeah, you need to come up here and smack niggas like Will. I'm like, man, do women even like you? Have you had sex this millennium? Like, how about last decade? Shut up, bro.
Man.
like y'all ain't the Miz, bro. Y'all ain't the Miz. Y'all out here Eugening out here. Don't get it fucked up. You Eugene, bro. You Eugene out here, man. You one of the oddities, my nigga. Chill out, bro. All right, I'm sorry. Showcase of Immortals. WrestleMania 38. Night 1, baby.
All I thought about was Sable and Goga.
Yeah, yeah, see? Yep, exactly.
You protect her, you ain't fucking. And even if
Yeah.
you protect her, you losing most of the time.
Mhm.
All right, man. Showcase the Mortals, the most stupendous weekend of the year. It is WrestleMania 38. And boy, did we get some shit that we didn't think we were gonna get. Look,
Mm.
man, if you listen to First Black Champ, you know we was less than thrilled
Mhm.
with the buildup of a
Yes.
lot of this shit. We was less than thrilled of this shit. But
Mhm.
you know what, man? Hey, the one thing that I say about the WWE, sometimes it ain't about the build up, it's just about the fucking.
There we go.
And that's kind of what happened last night. So we're gonna go through some of the matches and stop on the conversations need to be had last night. The night kicked off with the Usos versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs.
Ooh.
You picked Shinsuke and Rick Boogs.
No.
Oh, you picked the Usos. Excuse me. I
Yeah.
picked Shinsuke and Rick Boogs.
Yeah. I picked Books to win the Battle Royal, and then I
Right,
seen
that's what it is.
SmackDown and was like, fuck, I shouldn't have
Yeah.
picked him.
Shouts out to Madcap Moss, man. Thank you for making me proud. I
Yeah.
and yeah, you picked Shinsuke and you picked the Usos. I picked Shinsuke and Rick Boogs.
Mhm.
And when they came out, I felt like, oh no, they winning because they had product
Mm.
placement with they shit.
Oh, word. They got a new
They
advertisers and merch and
nigga, they had an
things.
advertiser. These motherfuckers was dressed in the same color as the advertisement. All I'm thinking is
Mm.
you raised the belts in your hand with that same color, and the match was brought to you and blah 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 blah. But
Mm.
during the match, Rick Boogs picked up both Usos, and they played it off by saying that Jay did a good move by jumping on Rick Boogs, and maybe it messed up the match. And the match was ended very quickly after that shit. Apparently,
Mm.
they said that Rick Boogs suffered a torn quad patella tendon.
Damn. Shit.
Yeah. So then they hit the Usos hit their version of the 3D, and they got Shinsuke and them to fuck up out of there. So the Usos remain the SmackDown heavyweight champions. Prayers
Mm.
up though to Rick Boogs. I think he
Yes,
was really
yes.
hitting his stride.
You know what I'm saying?
Being swole
80s
Freddie
Rock
Mercury.
Elias.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying? Shout out to Rick Boogs, man. Get well.
and speaking of Elias, maybe Shinsuke can find him another tag team partner that plays the guitar. Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin. This match ended up better than I thought it was gonna be.
Okay.
And the first shocking thing that happened, the first shocking thing that happened last night actually happened in this match.
Mm.
Because Drew McIntyre made history as the first man in the history of the end of days move to kick out.
Hey, oh shit. Okay,
Right.
yeah, I guess that ain't nobody else ever kicked out.
Nobody is never kicked out of the end of days. Last night
Yeah.
was the first time. Even when I
Mm,
saw that two and the kick out, I was like, oh shit.
mm,
Whoa, this is new here. So
right.
so it was a very solid match.
Mm.
And then Drew McIntyre committed attempted murder because he swung the sword and cut two of the ropes.
Hey, I knew that shit was gonna happen one day. I knew it. I was like, dude, I get that he has it under control, but you don't have that under control. Like, you don't have no big ass Link from Zelda sword under fucking control like that.
Yeah.
You just don't have it. Like, I was like, fam, you don't put that Castlevania ass shit up for somebody get fucking hurt out here.
You
Like,
need
nah,
it,
you gonna fucking
man.
real
Yeah,
cut the
yeah.
lights out, that bitch.
Yeah, this ain't the berserker G. He swung it. I'm not
Yeah.
with that shit. That's just attempted murder in my book, ladies and gentlemen. I know that this is wrestling, but that's attempted murder. I don't need no little kids swinging daggers and steak knives at
Yeah,
other kids trying to be Drew McIntyre
facts.
and Riddick Moss or Madcap Moss. So I get
Mhm,
it. That's attempted murder in my eyes. So let's not
mhm.
do that again, Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
In the match that Camp was not looking forward to
Mm,
because of one of the tag teams. The Mysterios took on the Miz and Logan Paul. Oh yeah, we
yeah.
both had Drew McIntyre winning
Mhm.
that match. We didn't really give a fuck about it, but we was like Drew
Yeah,
McIntyre. So in
yeah.
this one, the Mysterios versus the Miz and Logan Paul. You picked the Miz and Logan Paul,
Yes, absolutely. No
and
brainer there.
right, and I picked the Miz and Logan Paul too. But let me say this. Let me say this, fam.
Mhm.
And you know what I'm gonna do, Cap? I'm going to chalk this about New Generation 11 wrestling
Okay.
and want to be a part of it. Because we thought that Bad Bunny did a great job last year.
Yeah, facts.
And we was at least interested to see what Logan Paul would bring.
Mhm.
Dare I say, Kemp, Logan Paul looked better than everybody in that goddamn match.
Hey, you know, hey man, there is something to be said for these celebrities and now YouTube stars that just throw caution to the wind and was like, hey, look, I'm here now. So I'm about to go all the way with this shit. Like, we are long from the days where the schoolboy tackle with the 6 hits is getting it done. And then you get thrown into the turnbuckle and then you out the match. It's like, no, they like, we are in this wave of like, no, shit. I wanna cross body a motherfucker. Like, what's happening?
Oh, Logan Paul did more than crossbody a motherfucker, though. He did the three
Yeah.
amigos suplexes,
Hey,
and he gave a frog splash better than most wrestlers.
man. Hey, listen.
At women with the shimmy. He gave the Eddie Guerrero shimmy.
Yeah,
The
man.
crowd booed, and he hit that frog splash, and I said, "Damn,
Yeah, man.
we signed him into a contract tonight, right?"
Right. Hey, right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, if Dominic got one, Logan Paul,
Hey,
you, you know what, man? Also, I gotta say this real quick. I know we're supposed to hate the Paul brothers, right? Two random ass white boys from Ohio that they gave the optics that they just trying shit. They ain't fooled me though. No, 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 no. I knew by that Nate Robinson fight. I was like, okay, nah, man. Nah. You ain't gonna convince me that this is just some white boy that just jumped out of LA Fitness that just think he can fight. Nah, you're not doing
nah,
that.
you
You're
training.
not doing that. Like, and Logan Paul even getting dipped on and propped up by Mayweather. That's still Floyd Mayweather. I don't really like him as a human, but that doesn't take anything away from his actual boxing ability. Um, and those guys, they going harder than YouTube is showing. Hey, it's the cheap heat. Let me look super privileged. Let me look like I shouldn't be doing this. It's beginner's luck. I'm a scammer, like whatever it is. But nah, they ain't got me fooled. I'm waiting for 2035 when they documentary hit. I'm watching the fuck out of it because nah, they ain't fooling me, dog. They they we need to Google and see if they ever went downstate
Yeah.
in respective
Well, no,
athletics.
actually, yes.
Okay.
Logan was a state champion from what I think is correct. Logan, at the very least, was a state champion
Yeah,
wrestler.
man. Okay, see? Yeah. Again, because I don't Google niggas like that unless like I really need to. But just the optics will tell you like some shit you just can't fake.
Yeah.
You can't just hop into a ring, even if you're a natural athlete, right? Because there's a lot of natural, pure athletes that just come in to a sport and it take them a minute. Like they even say this about Kurt Angle. It was like, no, he took to it really quickly, but it's Kurt Angle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so
We actually
we
had to
didn't
slow him down.
right. It was like we didn't expect him to be bad. We just didn't think he'd be that good this quick. And then there's the people like not Hugh Jackman. Who was the dude that did maybe it was Hugh Jackman that did the real smooth jump over the barricade. I was like, but you did that in a few movies. When it
Oh,
got to the
Stephen
match,
Armel. Stephen, I think it was the arrow nigga.
yeah, yeah. It was like, okay, yeah, you made a nice cool entrance, but when he got in the ring, nah. It was like, nah, dog, you don't even belong on NXT. Like,
Yeah, man. Yeah. I watched that match over this morning and looked at it from a different set of eyes and said to myself, the only thing I don't like about the Paul brothers, shouts out to my homie Mike B, is that Jake be trying to get niggas to fight. You know, tried to
yeah,
give, talking about, so hey, I'll pay y'all, you Kanye and Pete Davidson 30 mil each to
yeah,
box. And then, try to do it again. Like, you be trying to get niggas to box. Shut the fuck up.
yeah. Hey, but hey, you know what? That and he be trying to show like he know that for what he likes to do, like the culture he likes to consume himself with, he got to include black people in some fashion.
Yeah, he do. And with that being said, I'll say this though. If I'm Vince McMahon, I throw the checkbook at those two.
Hell yeah.
I throw the checkbook at those two. And from what I saw with Logan Paul last night,
Mm-hmm.
I I first of all, the Miz turned on him at the end of the match too.
Yeah, straight.
Yeah, so I don't know if it was a heel turn or a face turn or what, but nobody likes the Paul brothers, so shit, it might be a face turn. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, fam, I would throw the book at them, and I would love to see Logan Paul versus The Miz
Mm.
at WrestleMania Backlash. Better than The Miz versus Damian Priest in that fucked up ass match that they had that fucked up The Miz's leg
Yeah.
and they like The Walking Dead or some shit. I forgot what movie it was,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it was product
The
placement
zombie
shit.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, the zombie shit. Nah, G. Logan Paul, I think, showed last night that he can go. And
Mm.
if you sent money to Ronda Rousey, and if you sent money to people like Brock Lesnar on a part-time basis,
Bro.
hey Logan, fam, you want to do this a couple of more times?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe SummerSlam, you and Bad Bunny can have a match.
What? Hey, listen. Shit, I'm here for Logan Paul, Pat McAfee already.
That too.
Just because they look the way they do.
That too. So I just wanna say, oh, and shouts out. I know we giving Dominic hell, but I've
Mm,
said on this podcast numerous amount of times that my favorite non-WWE pay-per-view, and I'm gonna watch it
mm,
tonight before WrestleMania. After I do birthday party shit,
mm-hmm.
part 2 shit, I'm
Yeah.
watching this before WrestleMania in honor of Dominic and what he wore.
Okay.
Quick history lesson. When Worlds Collide was a AAA C Mill pay-per-view that was produced by WCW.
Mm-hmm.
In that match is where before that match, and it's funny because my cousin Mario, me and him was talking. He don't watch wrestling, but he'll watch the wrestling documentaries. But he was
Nice.
asking me about AEW and WWE and all of those things. The one thing he says, when we was little, if it was wrestling, we would watch it. We didn't give a fuck the what the organization was. We was this bitch watching Mexican wrestling. That's how when I say I knew Eddie Guerrero before a lot of y'all niggas, that's what I'm talking about. Because there was an episode, I think he was in AAA. I think they were in AAA and they was going up against other people, but either way go, right? That's beside the point. Eddie Guerrero and Art Barr, Los Gringos Locos, they were frog splashing the shit out of a wrestler named Octagon. When I say they was frog splashing the shit out of him, it was almost like a sliding board where one person to get up, frog splash. Other person to get up on the top rope, frog splash. Other person get up on the top rope, frog splash. Other person get on top of the rope, frog splash. They were frog splashing the shit out of Octagon, which led to their matchup in 1994 when Worlds Collide. They went against El Hijo de Santos, I think his name was, and Octagon in a hair versus hair match. And that match was one of the best matches that I ever seen. That's how I got put on Eddie Guerrero. A couple of, maybe a week after that, I think it was, Art Barr died. Because Eddie Guerrero and Art Barr was supposed to go to WCW as Los Gringos Locos. Art Barr was there before, but he had some court issues involving rape. I think it was. But yeah, they were supposed to go to WCW and they were supposed to be Los Gringos Locos. And Eddie Guerrero took the frog splash from Art Barr. So when Dominic Mysterio pops up on the screen, he has a similar United States of America flag jacket as his father, Eddie Guerrero.
I'm your papi.
But he has a similar jacket. And I think it was me and like two other people, Sean Ross Sapp. It was like one other person that came out and was like, oh shit. That's an Eddie tribute. And I put it up. So I'm gonna say this again. If you watch wrestling, if you say you fuck with wrestling and you want to know about that, go watch When Worlds Collide. It is on YouTube. Chris Jericho's on that pay-per-view. Louis Spicoli's on that pay-per-view.
Hey, Louis
Benoit as Kid Pegasus is on that pay-per-view. A lot of Conan is in the main event. So these are wrestlers that you know. Eddie Guerrero is in the co-main event, in the hair versus hair match. If you love Lucha Libre and all that shit, if you love wrestling, you're gonna look at that joint and you're gonna be like, yeah, this shit's actually Raw. Again, it's my favorite WWE, non-WWE pay-per-view. So shouts out to Dominic Mysterio for honoring his pops. Now.
Viva Guerrero.
Now, Ken. This, I said to you off air that it started to feel like WrestleMania with Logan Paul. Started to feel like it, but it wasn't there yet.
Right.
And it didn't, and it's getting there. But I'm going to give my hot take right now. Bianca Belair moved into the greatest women's wrestler of all time conversation last night. And here's another hot take, ladies and gentlemen. The best wrestler in the WWE right now is Bianca Belair.
Wow, okay.
It ain't even close.
Okay.
It is not even close. Last night, Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, will Bianca Belair get back? I also got to shoot at the black wrestling community too. Because we almost fell into the trap where we thought Bianca would be buried and stuff. But I think we niggas, it's shock value for us. It's like, damn, you know. But I said on this show that I think that this might be the best thing that happened to Bianca Belair. Fast forwarded a couple of weeks after that, I said that Bianca Belair at this point right now is bigger than both women's titles on Raw and SmackDown. And she's going to get her get back, and it's going to be the biggest moment of her career. You go check the archives. I've consistently said this since SummerSlam.
Facts.
Camp, last night, if Bianca Belair retired after that match, she would be the greatest women's wrestler of all time in the time period that she's in. And not
Okay.
only that, she's the best wrestler in the WWE right now. And that match that she had last night was one of the greatest women's matches of all time, if not the best one, eclipsing what she did with Charlotte the year before. And I would say that that match is probably going to be the match that steals the show. I only have confidence in one match being better than that match, and that's AJ Styles and Edge. That's the only match for the rest of the weekend that I feel comfortable in saying that that match might be better in an emotional and a pure wrestling standpoint. We shit on Becky Lynch. I get
Yeah.
it. We be killing Becky Lynch, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna clap it up for Becky Lynch because
Awesome.
she came in and put in work. Shouts out to
Awesome.
my man, shouts out to my man Brenda, who was like, oh man, look at Becky and her little athletic cheeks. You know, just bouncing around that thing and that suit and that thing. Becky looked good tonight. She came on
Awesome.
last night. She came onto the screen. I bit my bottom lip and understood why Seth Rollins got her pregnant, why he went
There you
raw
go.
and he bust during the time of the pandemic, and while they were still in the ring, costing her some time in the ring. But they got a beautiful baby daughter that we ain't never seen her face. But if she looks like her mama, she is A-OK. All right.
That's the
But her
vision.
mama look good with the cut hair and all of that shit. With that being said, to end this promo, that fucking match was a 5-star match. Shouts out to Becky Lynch for giving Bianca Belair the match of her life. And
Nice.
in that moment, in the way that it was won, and the match that they put up, and with Becky Lynch calling her shot, she said in the interview that she didn't give a damn about Charlotte versus Ronda. You could put her anywhere on this card with Bianca Belair, and that match is going to be better than them. And she proved it because that match was amazing. And shouts out to Bianca Belair, your new Raw Women's Champion, making history by having 2 straight matches that was cold as shit at WrestleMania, showing them that that match should have main evented WrestleMania because, like Becky Lynch said, how do you have the only 2 women to win a main event at WrestleMania in the middle of the fucking card and not main eventing WrestleMania?
Yeah.
But it don't matter because it's going to be better than the match that's main eventing WrestleMania. And the WWE knew it because technically it didn't even main event WrestleMania because Stone Cold probably came through and like, how y'all going to have me in the middle of the night? Nigga, I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
You put me at the end of the night. Becky
Yeah.
Lynch, congratulations to you.
Yeah.
And Bianca Belair, you prove yourself to be, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the best wrestlers in the WWE, regardless of sex.
There it is. Hey, listen. You know what? I was watching the Broken Skull sessions and with Becky, and then I seen that clip that was on Twitter, and I was just like, "Damn, you know what? She's making a very valid argument. Like, why isn't Bianca versus Becky the main event?" But again, it's namesake, and with Charlotte being the brand you can trust as far as putting on the match, whether people love her or hate her, that's fine. But it's great for them to get those ladies to get that moment. And yeah, it don't make sense for them to not to be headlining the WrestleMania card either night because they would have done it for anybody else. Like if it was Shawn and if it was Brett, they would have been Shawn and Brett. And if it was Stone Cold and then The Rock, it would have been the Stone Cold and The Rock. And that would be a trifecta. Like, yo, these gentlemen have main evented the last 3 WrestleManias. Like it's so many stats to just throw out as to why they would have did it. Man, politics suck. We knew that going in, but shout out to those ladies for putting on what sounds to be like what seems to be like right now a top 5 not 5 moment, and we still got one more night of WrestleMania to go through.
Man, it wasn't even close last night. Seth Rollins would have had the best entrance at WrestleMania night 1 if Bianca wasn't on the card. Bianca also brought the black experience to WrestleMania by having Texas Southern marching band, the Oceans of Soul, I think they're called. But that's the name of the band. But they played her theme song. Corey Graves almost fucked it up by saying, "What in the hell is this?" when they start playing and everything. And I know black people gonna be like, "Oh shit, see he fucking
Yeah.
up," but he's a heel announcer. He's supposed to say that.
Yeah.
That's his job.
Yeah, come on. Like, yo, relax, black wrestling Twitter. When he
Yeah,
says, "What the hell is this?" It means like she's not the champ. Why she need the parade? Like, why she need a
right,
marching man? Why she need all this? She ain't the champ.
right.
That's what it means,
And
yo.
he's as his job as a bad guy announcer. He's not supposed to say, "Oh man, this is amazing. What is this?" No,
Yeah.
he's
This
not.
is black culture, Byron.
Right? Yeah, yeah.
Get hip. Come
Right,
on, no.
right. That's what Byron Saxon's supposed to say. So you want to get mad at somebody, get mad at the black guy there over there. Um, but yeah, no, amazing match, 5-star match, best match of the night. Show stole the show. Any adjectives you want to put on that? Shouts out to Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch for giving
Mm,
us that match. And shouts out to Bianca Belair for bringing black culture and the HBCU experience over to WrestleMania. It's much deserved. You
mhm,
saw black culture on the spotlight where millions and millions of people in the US and worldwide got to saw
mhm,
one of the dopest bands at HBCUs right now. So salute
mhm,
to them. And of course, it's Texas band. So shouts out to them. And which led us right into our biggest surprise of the night, which was technically not necessarily a surprise. It was what we was expecting, but we was wondering if some swerves are happening and stuff like that.
mhm.
Cody Rhodes appeared at WrestleMania.
Bro.
Cody Rhodes is now WWE.
Right. Right. Yeah, right. Do they need the artwork up? You know
They
what I mean?
did
With the
it.
hashtag and all that?
BT Sport did it. So yeah, we got the artwork and that thing. Cody Rhodes is hashtag WWE, and he brought the theme song with him. He
Mm,
brought everything with him, and that in itself sparked to me a change in the way that the WWE does things.
mhm,
Because normally in this case, I mean, just go look at AJ Styles. Normally in this case, you would get a change in the music and all that stuff. No,
mhm,
basically, if it wasn't broke, don't fix it. And around the time where the match was going on, a press release came out along with an interview that Cody Rhodes did with Variety magazine.
mhm,
And I want to shout out Cody, man. I know sometimes we give Cody shit, but I also
mhm,
did say it was the beginning and the end of Cody Rhodes when he married Brandy Rhodes in the WWE. And as Camp
mhm.
told y'all niggas, I was right
Yeah, he was
on
there.
cue like a motherfucker.
Mhm,
But I'm gonna read this clip here from the interview. This transcription from the interview. The question was asked: You've been gone for almost 6 years. Do you feel as though you're a completely different performer than when you left? And Cody Rhodes says, "I told Vince McMahon, Bruce Pritchard, and Nick Khan, this very small circle of individuals. I told them what I truly believe, and it's that I am the best wrestler in the world.
mm,
And to go further with it, I actually don't think there's a close second. But with that being said, the opportunity now exists to prove it. And that's what I'm most excited about. Now,
mm,
pause on that. Just like I'm at church for a minute,
mm,
Camp.
mhm.
Pause on that. Daniel Bryan, who many considers the best wrestler in the world, is currently in AEW.
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't cross paths.
Nope.
I ain't got to say nothing else.
No.
All right, I'm just gonna move on. Move on.
No.
Move on. Move on. He
Oh
also
man.
says it's a completely different individual returning to the game. It's a different brand. It's someone who's experienced all of the wonders of independent wrestling, of traveling internationally, and being able to get on the ground with the fans to make the whole shit move. But different person or not, I'm still that little kid that mentioned in the AEW promo that wants what my dad didn't get. And this is the interesting part. I ain't gonna lie. I felt this. Rarely
Mhm,
get goosebumps when it comes to some shit like this because I'm
mhm,
involved in the goddamn business. So it's like, whatever. But I ain't gonna
mhm,
front. This part gave me goosebumps because of some of the things that were said afterwards. He
Mm.
said that I'm still that little kid that mentioned in the AW promo that he wants what his dad didn't get. I'm not gonna say it out loud because I don't want to jinx it, but he went to Madison Square Garden, stood across superstar Billy Graham, and he held it in his hands. The goal of mine, and it was taken away because that was the context of the match. I understand that now as an adult, but as a kid, that was the only reason I ever wanted to get in. So that I could get what he didn't get. Ladies and gentlemen, he is talking about the WWE Championship. For
Word.
those who don't know, Dusty Rhodes wrestled Superstar Billy Graham when Superstar Billy Graham was the champion. Dusty Rhodes had a very successful career up north in the WWF under Vince's father.
Mm-hmm.
He never got that chance to get the title. His ass went down to Florida, became the NWA champion. The rest is history. But he never got the WWF championship. And they're going to be doing a documentary. I know if you haven't seen it, the documentaries on A&E's, the biography documentaries and stuff. And they're going to be doing that with his father. He's going to be the executive producer of it. But in that same interview, he says that I am excited to bring the WWF Championship belt that I acquired a few months ago, the one that Superstar and Dusty fought over. I'm excited to carry that in my bag. Said, where do you get it? Believe it or not, I bet you he doesn't want me to say his name, but it's funny. Dan Lambert. He handed it to me with no money and said, it should belong to you. Nigga.
Wow. Oh, man. Something Dan Lambert, too, by the way. He's great.
Yeah, shouts out. He says some shit we don't necessarily got to hear in 2022, but at the same time, it brings people in.
Yeah, no, hey, I love crass boomer talk.
Yeah, you like that shit.
Yeah, he's amazing to me.
Yeah, so but Dan Lambert gave him the WWF championship that Superstar Billy Graham had, and he wrestled Dusty Rhodes over. That right there lets you know that, man, organizations and all of that shit is not bigger than family and family goals and stuff like that.
Word.
Like he helped build AEW and all of that shit. But and there was a lot of people that said that Cody Rhodes would not be a big star when he left WWE. He left his Stardust and all that shit. I'm one of those people, and Kemp is one of those people that just said they didn't let him cook.
Yeah.
And I told y'all the part of the reason I believe that they ain't let him cook. I ain't gonna go through it again. But I believe they just didn't let Cody Rhodes cook. The other part of it is, and I believe this to be true. I don't care what nobody says, but I believe it to be true. That Vince McMahon and Dusty Rhodes had a silent war in the 80s. If you guys don't know, the reason why Virgil name is Virgil, because he was named after Virgil Runnels. Virgil Runnels, ladies and gentlemen, is Dusty Rhodes. And the $1 Million Man character is based off of Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon gave Ted DiBiase a character that would be him. So Vince McMahon made a black man a slave named Virgil, named after Dusty Rhodes. I don't care how y'all want to look at it. That's how I always looked at it. And then when Dusty Rhodes came in, he gave him the polka dots.
Yeah, man.
So Vince McMahon has thought lowly of the Rhodes family for quite some time. When you think of families in wrestling, you think of three. But at that time, we ain't talk about the Samoans because they didn't wear shoes and they was biting coconuts.
Yeah.
So you only thought about two families. You thought about the McMahon family, and then it's Dustin, and then Cody comes in. You thought about the Rhodes family. Cody Rhodes want to let people know that shit, we the first family of wrestling. Vince McMahon is like, nigga, we WWE. Fuck is you talking about, fam?
Right.
I sign you. And I think Cody Rhodes is out to show that the Rhodes family is the first family of wrestling, even though the Samoans wear shoes now and they don't bite coconuts.
No, or each other. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I dig it. Hey, I get it, man. Best of luck to Cody, man. Glad he's back. You know, the engine is always going to play a big part in that best wrestler in the world conversation. Unfortunately, man, Daniel Bryan by default no joke. Daniel Bryan by default has to drop to like the top of the 10, like the top of the bottom half of the top 10,
Yeah.
because we are in a space now where, he's not the only pure wrestler that's having the great matches with the great character, which has the great moments like Edge, AJ, Seth, Cody. Like they've always been there. It's just that Daniel Bryan always leaned on the fact that, well, I just want to wrestle. I don't care about sports entertainment. And we don't live in a world where that's ever respected as the A1 spot. We
Exactly.
just don't. We never have. When people wanted to throw Macho Man in the conversation, it wasn't just because of the wrestling. When we threw Ric Flair in there, it wasn't just because of the wrestling. And it's like, so that narrative has never changed. And Daniel Bryan's going to end up back in the WWE. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, let's also keep that one square biz too. Like, he's getting his little dream matches with a budget now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like,
get the bleed.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, at end of day, and I'm not saying it as a slight to them because the product should be different, but AEW is indie wrestling with a bigger budget, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's literally like when you're going through the game and you're not at the gyms no more, you're not at the dirty warehouses. You like you in a venue. You know what I'm saying? Like you go from destination to like venue. Like
Ah,
that's what they are.
I'm only laughing because when you played 2K22, when you in GM mode, like the first couple of joints, you got to do it in the garage. You got to do it at a high school gym. But
See?
then when the money come in, you could do it at the Capitol Wrestling Center today.
You know what I'm
Do it at
saying?
an
Right? You
arena.
know
You
what
can
I'm
do it
saying?
at a closed door. Like, yeah, so yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Look,
right,
yo, we got a destination. We gonna wrestle
right.
at the destination. Right. But then it's like, oh man, we got a little paper. Hey, yo, let's get a venue. Let's book a let's book a
Let's go
venue
get some
then.
pyro.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's what that is. So
We
but
gotta do
yeah, no, I
sparklers
mean,
over here. We
yeah.
can't do real pyro. We gotta do sparklers in this high school gymnasium.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No more trouble. You got subwoofer now when the entrance
Man,
music come
we
on. You know
can't
what
do
I'm
this at the
saying?
Rotary Club. We can't do
Yeah.
this at the Rotary Club. Yeah,
Absolutely.
can't do this.
So yeah, so I mean shout to Cody. And you know what? I hope that he gets his dreams deferred and revealed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
because it's a great story to tell. Just like Banks said, so I won't even like draw it out anymore. Pick a level, pick a moment in time, pick a character where Cody Rhodes didn't deliver. I think he delivered in Legacy. I think
yeah.
it was him. He delivered when it was just him and DiBiase when he went wearing knee pads. He delivered as Dashing Cody Rhodes. he
Dash
do-
Cody Rhodes should be a world champion too,
you
ladies
know
and
what I'm
gentlemen.
saying? He delivered as not Hollow Man. What the fuck? I forget.
Undashing.
Yeah, undashing Cody Rhodes and shit. And you know what? Even though we didn't fuck with it, he delivered a Stardust.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He delivered. We don't fuck with it, but he delivered. So yeah, I'm the resurgence and the return, 6 years, helped build the company, helped build his just match resume, built his own leverage, came right back. I respect it.
And became
Let's
a bigger
go.
star. So I'm
Yeah.
interested to see how this part of Cody Rhodes go. He is a AEW person, but first and foremost, he's a WWE person. Like
Mm-hmm.
he is a WWE person. His daddy might not have been one.
Right.
Dustin kinda,
Yeah.
because he did like get his start in WWF. The 10-minute match with the $1 Million Man on Superstars, and then you also had the match with $1 Million Man and Virgil versus Dusty and Dustin. I think
Mm-hmm.
it was at Royal Rumble. But yeah, he Cody is WWE,
Yeah, for
and I
sure.
think this is definitely him coming home, and I think this is also him coming in and proving Vince wrong
Yeah.
and others wrong who didn't think that this man would be a star outside of the WWE. You can't go and do it. You not AJ Styles,
Mm.
But he proved that not only is he AJ Styles, he's a bigger star than AJ Styles. And he came in and that pop when his theme music, his AEW theme music popped off. It's another thing too, ladies and gentlemen. It's called presentation.
Yeah, man.
Ain't no presentation like the WWE, Jack. AEW, Cody Rhodes came into AEW as a person who's built his legacy outside of the WWE. He came back to the WWE as a star. But that one night at WrestleMania, to me, outshined his whole time in AEW. Off of Pyro alone. The way that man theme rolled off at WrestleMania, acoustics and all, you ain't getting that at AEW, G.
Yeah.
You ain't getting that. Presentation alone, that presentation was better. Like, I love WCW. I've said this on this show that I was a WCW guy. But you go look at the network and you go look at SummerSlam 88. Or no, go look at WrestleMania 4 and go look at the first Clash of the Champions. Because that happened the same night. Go look at the look and the quality.
Yeah, man.
Motherfucker, the first Clash of the Champions looked like they're in a dark room. Dingy ass dark room wrestling. Look at it. Then you go look at WrestleMania 4, it's all lit and shit.
Yeah, man. Motherfuckers went to the Trump Plaza. He's like, yo, fuck it. We all in.
Go look at the Royal Rumble and like go look at Starrcade, I think it was, or another Clash of the Champions, one of those joints. It's the product itself, they pride the product itself on look. Sound, acoustics, all that shit. Go when you look at that match, and I know you've seen Cody Rhodes at AEW. When you hear that music roll off, you're like, damn, this shit hit over here. It's like putting the CD, it's like the car test and the home test.
Yeah,
I got this little Bluetooth speaker over here that's actually decent. If I plug it up, the subwoofer work. It's decent. It's loud enough for me. Let me go ahead and play this. But then you go up in your car and you play the same shit and you start hearing shit. It's like Apple Music and Tidal. When Tidal starts saying, hey man, you can hear all the shit in the ear.
Right.
Then you get to listen to shit like, damn, I didn't even know they had a hi-hat over here. Where the fucking hi-hat come from? Where the fuck is this shit? But then you go over to Apple Music and like, man, the hi-hat gone. Let me go back to Tidal because the hi-hat, I can't even hear the hi-hat. I know every last one of us that really listened to Tidal and Apple before Apple started doing the spacious audio and shit. We all said the same shit. We was listening to some shit like, what the fuck? Is that a snare?
Right.
Is that a bitch singing?
Like, oh shit. I didn't know they added that element.
Right. Did Satasha had ad-libs and Thuggish Ruggish Bone? I've been listening to this shit all fucking wrong, man.
Right.
Let me not listen to Apple Music no more. So yeah, that's my thing about Cody Rhodes, AEW versus WWE. The presentation they're going to get right now. They're going to get the matches and all that shit right. No, what? That's a conversation y'all going to have. Yeah. But as far as the presentation and shit, when them explosions hit, the ring hit, and then the ramp hit the promo, and then the lights went out, nigga, that was better than anything before he was announced.
Yeah. Man, hey, listen, man. What's very real, and I think wrestling fans really need to understand why they truly like or love certain wrestlers. And it really do be the presentation, just like what you said. It's like, fam, one of the most conflicting times of my wrestling life is watching Batista come down to the ring and not want to see him fucking wrestle. It was like, yo, this nigga intro is hard as fuck. And it don't even start. It takes 45 seconds to start.
Yeah, like,
and then he come up there, and he was like, oh shit. So like, and he getting his shit off. Then the fucking machine gun ass pyro shit go off. Then the boom. Then the music starts again with the lyrics. Then they introduce the nigga. It take him 3 fucking minutes to even get to the ring. And I'm like,
geeked.
yo, this shit hard
You
as
geek.
fuck.
Each time you hear that shit, like look at Xavier Woods at WrestleMania when the theme come on.
Man,
That's all of us.
yeah.
And that's where the WWE will always and forever be undefeated. I'm not gonna turn this to an AEW versus WWE thing.
Yeah, no.
Because it's not, because I think everybody outside of the WWE has terrible theme music.
yeah. Hey, they dropping the ball. Dropping the ball on theme music, man.
Like I've always said that there's a Sting that I like and there's a Sting that I hate. I hate the man they call Sting theme song. That shit's terrible to me. I hate Johnny B. Bad's theme song. That shit's terrible to me.
Wait, which one? Wait.
The Johnny B. Bad.
Oh yeah, when they actually put like words to it,
yeah. Because that's back when they said they made them album. And no, Trey, I am still not a fan of Roman Reigns' music.
Trey,
but wait a minute, I don't like it, but I understand it.
Yeah, oh no, absolutely.
At the very least, with the majority of the WWE theme music, even the ones you don't necessarily like, you understand it because it goes with the character.
Yeah. Hey, now the new element to Roman Reigns' music is how he first walk out now. Like, it's been a slow progression every time, but now he walk out like, I'm the motherfucking man. I don't know what the fuck
Bingo.
Talking about.
I ain't gotta like the music, but it's not just about the music. It's about the presentation. It's about how you walk in. It's like Triple H. The spit, if you could, the music could be on and you could fuck with the music, fuck with the thing. But if you don't get a chance to spit, you're mad. Like, what the fuck we ain't let him spit water out for?
Yeah.
What we doing tonight?
Absolutely. Yeah,
what we doing tonight?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about with AEW and any other wrestling organization. Like the best theme music, the two best theme musics that would ever happen, that would ever be played in WCW is Ric Flair and the NWO.
Okay. I got you. Yeah, those are top two for sure.
Because it's not just about the music with Ric Flair. When the motherfucker come out there with the robe.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And what's so crazy is that early 90s, it's some bangers that WCW had. They gave them to the wrong guys.
Yeah.
Like, man, I want to say they might have gave it to Eddie eventually, but Chavo's music was super hard. Yeah. Hit them drums. Hey, hit the mariachi shit.
I forgot that part.
And then no, this is because like the bass line is, and it's like, and then hey. And that and the one that's that they gave to every 6 foot white dude, which was the
and then you have underrated, like I like the Yoshi Kwan Great Muda Asian thing.
No lie, Swizz Beatz got his whole shit from Great Muda.
Man,
on my life, Swizz Beatz whole shit is Great Muda, Joe. On my life. All that nigga did was chop that shit up and got a man that I think.
But Ric Flair, it was the ring, it was the music, it was the turning around with the robe, the slow walk to it, and all of that shit. And with the NWO, it was gang shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, that shit. Man. It hits. But the WWE has given us bangers among bangers among bangers all across our motherfucking life. Nice. And the intro that comes with it. I'm on record of not being a Hulk Hogan fan for years. But I can't front on I Am a Real American.
Yeah.
You can't front on that song, nigga.
Yeah.
You hurt my friends, then you hurt my pride. I gotta be a man. I can't let it slide.
Right?
What the fuck?
Like, yo, like that's what he about.
Niggas love the Ultimate Warrior more for his theme music than they do his matches.
Yeah,
How
absolutely.
could nobody say?
Yeah.
Like
absolutely.
That. That's the shit.
Hitting the full ass sprint.
Right.
All you see is colors.
Right.
Flying by.
And we'll get into it. We'll get into it in the last match of the night because we digress. But we'll get into the last match of the night because when the glass break, you pop.
Yeah.
Ain't no fucking way around it. But the next match on the card last night after Seth Rollins took the L was Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair. And yeah, all I'm going to say for this match is this was not supposed to be the last match of the night, even before Stone Cold and Kevin Owens. But because that was the last match of the night, I think the WWE knew what they were doing. They knew what they had in those two matches, and you had to have a match that bring everybody down to get ready for Kevin Owens and Stone Cold Steve Austin. That match, oh my God. This motherfucker, man, for the first time in my life, I rooted for that Chico Stick Charlotte. Look, fam, I don't want to shit on that match so heavily because I thought it was a pretty decent match. But it's not supposed to be a pretty decent match. You say pretty decent match for WrestleMania Backlash. You save that for No Way Out. You save that for joints like that. You need that a match of your life. And they didn't have that at all. And I don't know whose fault it was. I'll say that I don't think it was Charlotte Flair's fault. But I felt like even with the ending, the way that the match ended, it just was like, that's not a WrestleMania match.
Yeah. And you know, I mean, we talked about it briefly on the show. The severe handicap that Charlotte had going in. It was like, dog, we've watched her pull off match of the night with women that may not be the athlete Ronda Rousey is, but they are that their sports entertainment slider is up higher, right? So again, I said, look, if Charlotte pulled this off, then we got to put her in a whole different air of wrestler.
Yeah.
Like I said that. So the bar was high, but who else would you like the bar high for?
And what's crazy is I think I try not to put my expectations on people. Let me say that. That's something I've been saying all week too. Is I'm finna put your expectations on people. What I mean by that is what you would have done if you was in that position. But I'm gonna try not to do it here, but it might come off like it. But you know what? I'll just say this: if I'm Charlotte Flair, I'm in her boots, which I wouldn't be, but if I was there. I look at the match that Becky and Bianca just had, and I want to beat Ronda Rousey ass. Don't no-sell my shit, bitch.
Yeah, man.
You ain't Terminator 4.
Man.
None of that shit. And it was just awkward. Like Charlotte did the flip off the rope, then the flip to land, and she didn't even land on the bitch. If I'm Charlotte Flair, I'm like, y'all should have just put me with Sasha. Or we could have did this 4 horsewomen shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Because this ain't it. I would feel embarrassed. I'm not even gonna front. And I only say I would feel embarrassed is because of the match that happened before the match that I had.
Yeah, man.
That because we're the only women on that card that night, they're gonna compare us.
Right.
That match Becky called her shot.
Yeah. And
And
we got beef.
right,
And we
and we
got
got
beef.
beef. Becky called the shot and we got beef. And Becky was right. And I'm sitting up here having a match with this chick who thinks she Terminator 4.
Yeah, man. It's bad. It's bad when that's the reality. You know what I'm saying? Not even the narrative no more. Like Thursday, Friday night, that was the narrative.
Man, I'm at
Sunday
AEW.
morning, it's the reality.
Man, I'm at AEW as Ashley Fleer in 2
Man.
weeks if I'm Charlotte Flair after seeing what I saw.
Oh, man.
Ronda Rousey got me out here looking bad in the light. Why these two women over here, one I don't fuck with at all, just had the match of the night, the match of the decade for women's wrestling in the WWE. All of the pomp and circumstance. And I'm over here having the fucking claw, and I said it in the group, fam. What that match, somebody said, what that match gonna give you? I said stiff punches. That's the fuck it. Come on, fam.
Yeah,
so yeah, I actually on this day feel sorry for Charlotte Flair because she was put in an unwinnable situation.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's they gotta, not that they would ever show me the books, but I need to see the books for why is Greenlight Gang for Ronda Rousey in every main event. Like, we got to make that clear too. She has not been the main event anytime, like ever. Well, that time they did the Rock the McMahon Helmsley's shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? When she was out there with Triple H, Steph, and The Rock, that's the only time she wasn't the main event. She's main evented every other time. I mean, shit, you could say the first time, even when she debuted, she came at the end of the Royal Rumble. So in a lot of people's minds, she's the main event. She's the last thing you saw. Now, this past Royal Rumble, she's in it. She wins it. So she's the main event. She's, I don't understand the shit at all. And the numbers got to be super fucking real. But at the same time, for me, Ronda Rousey's run as being the top female athlete in the world, because we do got to concede she literally was that at one point.
Yeah.
But shit, that was still 2014. That's been about a decade ago. So I don't know why this happened. Yeah, Charlotte, I'm sorry, but nobody's perfect, right? You're able to deliver with the people that really want to do this shit. And I think that's the thing to take away from this. You dig?
Yeah.
It's like, look, Ronda Rousey would probably be more passionate about this if Rowdy Piper was playing her dad and that was the storyline. Rest in peace to Hot Rod. But I don't think she really give a fuck like that to the point where she's going to become a great wrestler and sports entertainer. I just don't see it. And how could you when you get greenlighted to every single main event? She not going through the trenches to do none of the shit.
Right.
So it is what it is. But hey man, yeah, hey Becky proved her point. Let's move on. Shit.
Simple as that.
There we go.
So
yeah, Trey with the bar. Shit.
Yeah. No, you had
you know what I'm saying?
No, you had the bar. Becky proved her point. Is I'll go as far as to say this, because I can't even think of a man having an interview and really going out on a limb the way that Becky did, saying that I don't care, especially with somebody you got beef with.
Right.
I don't care where they at on the card. Yeah, they main event. I'm still gonna be better than them. Our match still gonna be better.
Yeah.
So no, you got the bar, fam.
Yeah. Hey, yo, man. WrestleMania night 1, Dallas, Texas. You know what I mean? Hey, but this is so. I mean, I guess though at the same time, it's also better because man, what if they headline night 2? It gets even worse. Maybe that's so. Even though I wanted to bring up the debate about it, I was like, man, I mean, based on the women we got in it, they should be night 1 and night 2 headlining. No disrespect to the Undisputed Championship matches coming up tonight, but again, for what we got, maybe it should be a night 1, night 2 thing. Now it's kind of really great that they got them out in the same day.
Man, look, I would not be surprised if the women's tag team championship match is the second best women's match on the card.
Dang.
WrestleMania card. All right, man, which leads us to the match of the night. The last match of the night, excuse me. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens was, during the KO show was like, hey, really got you out here to wrestle. Really got you out here to fight. And they had a no-holds barred match, which of course Stone Cold Steve Austin is gonna win.
Yeah,
I want to shout out Kevin Owens, man. I don't know if this was meant to happen. I mean, you know, you had these storylines and shit. I don't know if this was meant to happen. But ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Owens main event in WrestleMania night 1.
Man, listen. Hey, respect the jukes, as they used to say in the 90s. Respect the jukes.
I mean, we're going to give Stone Cold the flowers and everything. He looked pretty decent in the way that the match went. You know, a slow pace, knock him down, drag out joint. Was very shocked to see some of the bumps that he was going to take, you know, at his age. But, you know, Sting is jumping off balconies and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, my cousin was like, yo, did I see Sting jump off a balcony? He's like, yeah. He's 63. But, you know, before I say anything about Stone Cold, man, I'm going to applaud Kevin Owens. And this is not the shit on AEW. I swear this is not the shit on AEW. But talk shit and end up in a match with Stone Cold Steve Austin main eventing night 1 of the biggest wrestling night of the year, no matter what the organization is. Go over there with my friends at AEW.
Man, listen.
Camp, I love you to death.
Hey.
But I got to go over here and go against Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Hey, man, listen. And if I had a tweet or a hot take for a reporter about why you shouldn't, I'm the idiot. I'm the fucking idiot. Bruh. Be clear. Be clear, man, because we've watched the Undisputed Era mosey their way on over to AEW because they want to be wrestlers. They want to be pro wrestlers and not sports entertainers. Bruh, if I'm the last thing you see with Stone Cold Steve Austin in one of the biggest arenas in the United States and it's packed, I won. All right? I won forever. You need to shut the fuck up talking to me. You need to consult with me about your career moving forward. You need to holler at my agent. You need to, if I tell you to change your ring gear, motherfucker, you better do that shit. Because, dog, like, again, this is why we just got to let these companies coexist. Because some of the shit just don't make sense in the optics of generational wealth, feeding my family, being a brand. Like a lot of shit just don't make sense when you see the moves being made.
Yeah.
I totally understand not wanting to take on a certain position within the company. I get that. But dog, you can't convince me that between SmackDown, the NXT joint, and 2 nights of WrestleMania plus a pre-show, that they wouldn't have made room for all the guys that just fucking left.
Yeah.
Like, yo, You can't convince me. Daniel, that's you. Danielson, that's you. I'm counting you.
You think Dolph
Cole,
Ziggler would be going up against Braun Breaker at
bruh,
NXT Stand and Deliver? It's
man,
been Adam Cole versus Braun Breaker at Stand and Deliver.
man. Dog. You can bullshit with rap if you want, motherfuckers. that's what I get. I mean,
we over here having the time of our life at AEW Revolution.
yeah, dog. It's like, and
you
ain't kicking with Stone Cold though,
right? And that's right, and that you hit the nail on the head. Just let it coexist, because there are people that was on Twitter mad as hell about the joy that Cody Rhodes had. Bro, did you see 70,000 people over there?
Yeah.
Did you see 70? You see the explosion that went off? Did you hear how my music rolled off?
Man, listen. Hey, listen, man. You got to be smarter than that, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all, hey, look, it's okay to have fundamentals. It is. It's okay to do what you love. But let's just stop these other conversations and these other narratives. Because I can't wait till like WrestleMania 42 when MJF is having his first match at WrestleMania.
Man.
Like against Cody. I can't fucking wait.
Right. Against Cody.
You know what I'm saying?
But man, we got night 2 coming out tonight. And just real quick, just going through some of these matches tonight. Oh, and they cut Sheamus and Ridge Holland versus The New Day, and I don't mind that. All right, so just letting y'all know that. All right, so Women's Tag Team Championship match, Queen Zelina and Carmella versus Sasha Banks and Naomi, Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, Natalya and Shayna Baszler. I'm still sticking with Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. You still got Sasha Banks and Naomi?
Yep. Still got Black Girl Magic. Yep.
All right, so we got Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn. I had in an anything goes match. Like I said, it's going to be a lot of hijinks in this match, and Johnny Knoxville is going to do some crazy ass shit. I got Johnny Knoxville for the win. Who you got?
Yeah, Johnny Knoxville with bump of the weekend. No, yes. Bump of the year. Watch this. Watch this, Rhonda. He'll show you how to sell the fuck out of this. Watch.
We got Bobby Lashley versus Omos into a match right here. This right here, I don't know who's going to win it, because Bobby Lashley, he didn't get pinned for his championship, and you got Omos as a monster. So does he take his first loss here, or do Bobby Lashley come out? I have a prediction here, ladies and gentlemen. Mm-hmm. Omos is going to have a new manager, and that man's name is going to be MVP. Omos is going to win.
Too, huh? So you caught that too, huh?
Yeah. So and Omos is gonna win, and he's gonna be a monster out here. So that's what I got. Who you got?
Yeah, man. I watched Raw. I did get a chance to check out Raw. Seeing Bobby Lashley come out by himself. Seeing the crowd too up in arms. Seeing them playing to the crowd. Ah, man. I hate to say it, man. Face Bobby Lashley is on the way back. And the best way to get face Bobby Lashley back is to get some big African to beat the shit out of him on Sunday night at WrestleMania. I was at a no contest because I thought all Hurt Business rules applied, but I see that business is now switching to new management. Mm-hmm. So I'm picking Omos. Damn,
man. Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. Who you got?
Oh, hey, just because I've actually hung out with Pat a couple times, I'm picking Pat, man.
And I am jealous. And I'm jealous of that. I'm picking Pat as well. For the the Raw Tag Team Championships, RK Bro, Street Profits, Alpha Academy. Who you got?
Man, you know what? Yo, Heel Profits. I got Heel Profits winning tonight.
I'm gonna go with Heel Profits as well too. Because I still think we're going to start seeing the breakup of RK Bro. AJ Styles versus Edge. I'm picking Edge here.
Man, you know what? I think. No, you know what? No, because I said the shit about last week about Edge stopping him to dime with the new character, all that bullshit. No, Edge tonight. My original pick was Edge.
Yeah, and it's reportedly Edge is going to get his own stable. So
Oh,
we're gonna see some of that might play out starting on Monday, which we'll get to in a minute. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. My pick here. I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns here, man. I think Roman
are
Reigns.
you going Roman
I
now?
think I think Roman. I'm gonna pick Roman Reigns on this one today. I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns, and I think Roman Reigns is gonna throw away the WWE Championship. He don't want that shit. So my prediction is Cody Rhodes will be the next person to hold the WWE World Championship.
Okay. Yeah, man. Hey, tribal chief, man. Hey, look, Pedro Morales gotta step aside, man. Pe- Pedro Morales, we coming for you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm picking the tribal chief, man. I like where this is going. I'm officially on the side of I don't give a fuck how long the champ holds the belt as long as the champ is fucking entertaining. And I can't admit, I got to admit, Roman Reigns does something not every week, but every couple weeks, he just give me a new reason to be like, yeah, that's why he need the belt. The last one was, hey, if y'all keep whatting me, I'm gonna smash y'all like I was
Yeah.
going, like I'm gonna do Steve Austin, like yo. So yeah, I'm here for it. Tribal chief, bloodline, we the ones, all that shit. Let's go.
Yeah, and even part of that prediction, man, is I don't think Roman Reigns losing the belt this year.
Hey, I, I'm I'm fine with that. I am fine with that because look where wrestling is. Look where wrestling is, and I think this ain't really a guarantee or nothing, y'all. But think about this for a minute. We can't talk about the stagnation of champions if the WWE remains on top, if Roman Reigns still is the hottest champion, and AEW is still over there figuring it out. And after the comment that Nick Khan, which one of the Khans is over there? I'll be forgetting, I get them mixed up.
And AEW is Tony.
Tony, yeah, it is Tony. Saying that it's hard to build superstars in wrestling today. Yeah, no, man. Let Roman Reigns just victory lap this shit. Because until they figure it out, he's convinced that it's hard to build a Roman Reigns. He's convinced it's hard. He's convinced it's hard to get a former world champion. He got former world champions on his roster, and
Yeah.
he think it's hard to build a wrestling superstar today. So yeah,
Yeah.
victory lap the shit out this shit.
Yep.
Like since you
and
don't
it's
got the recipe with some niggas I gave you,
man.
like all right, bet.
And also and I forgot to throw this out there, but there's a report going out that Ronda Rousey is very upset that they didn't go on last.
Look, you got your check, bitch. Shut up.
All right. So before just hitting on a couple of things, man, before we get out of here, let's start with Monday. Now, of course, on Monday,
Starts over spots for sure.
it starts over. The year starts over.
Yeah, man.
So what do you think of what do you think we're going to see on Monday and Friday?
Man, you know what? Honestly, it is so unfair to do that without night 2 taking place because I think a lot of what we see on Raw is going to be what happens tonight. Because you know what I'm saying? Edge and AJ, Omos and Lashley. You got the tag team champions for the women. You got fucking shit. Austin Theory got a show with a well whooped ass. You know what I mean? Like, like it's so much that is predicated on Raw right now that's gonna happen on night 2. I don't know. What I do think is there will be some return. You know what I'm saying? Ross, there you go.
Oh, he took
you know,
my prediction.
That's
one of mine.
Saying? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, to a Bailey sighting would be, super clutch, even though I am I'm not sure what would be her capacity. Well, wait, no, because Bianca Belair,
Because I
that feud
think
running that back
because
with people.
I think we're gonna see Bailey come out and shoot a shot at Bianca.
Okay.
I think we getting that right there.
I can see
Somebody's
that.
coming back and they're challenging Bianca Belair.
Hmm.
Mm,
And since, I mean, and also another reason why I don't want to say much because I'm expecting Brock Lesnar to take an L at a WrestleMania, something that we don't see often. And then he gonna have to show up back to his show without a belt. So yeah, I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen as
But I don't
far as
think we're
that.
gonna. I don't even think we're gonna see Brock Lesnar after the night. We've seen him too much.
Hey,
This is the most we've
man,
seen that man since he was a full-time competitor.
believe it. Yeah, you
Actually,
ain't.
yeah, we ain't seen that shit. So
Yeah,
I
you
think
ain't seen that since the Here Comes the Pain game cover.
they
Goddamn
thank you. We ain't seen this shit.
it.
So I think when he loses, we'll talk to you later. We'll talk to you at
Yeah.
SummerSlam.
Mm,
But I think I do. I mean, why I don't expect this to happen.
mhm,
I'm just gonna make it my guarantee anyway.
mhm,
Roman Wayne Reigns, excuse me, wins tonight,
mhm,
and tomorrow he drops the belt, the WWE belt. I don't want
mhm,
this shit. I'm not gonna come over here. I'm not gonna. Fox, y'all don't pay me enough. Fox pays me though,
mm.
so y'all can have
Mhm,
this little belt. Y'all fight for it, and it's gonna be a start for the Intercontinental. It's gonna be a start for the WWE World Championship tournament. That's
mm,
going to end at Backlash with Cody Rhodes becoming the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
mm,
So, and then I think you're gonna get some call ups.
mhm.
I think Braun Breaker he got to be getting called up to lose to Dolph Ziggler.
Really? Okay. Okay.
But here's somebody else that I hope that gets called up. I hope they call up Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, new black champs, baby.
Yeah, I hope they call up Carmelo Hayes. That's my guaranteed hope. I hope they call up Carmelo Hayes. He lost the North American Championship.
Hmm.
And then when he did that, you know, that had me looking at things a bit crazy. So I think we're
Mm.
gonna get a couple. I think I was actually shocked that Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai won their joint too, because I was expecting Raquel Gonzalez and,
Man.
and, and Gigi Dolan. I just want to say this. Really, I don't want to say it but y'all know her and Mandy Rose should not be. The WWE, let me say, and I text this in the group. I want to really salute the WWE for changing the body norms with the women's division.
I gotta check this out.
Cause they it's a lot of ass being thrown out there. It's
Mm,
not just being top heavy. There's a lot of well and shaped bodies that
mhm,
are currently in the WWE, even with Nikita Lyons.
mhm,
And when old shorty that fights in Bellator, she went to the WWE tryout and she got hella ass. And I
mm,
just said to myself, if she gets signed, that really shows that it's a change in the body structure with the women in the WWE, and I am down for it. I applaud y'all for trying to change the narrative that
yeah.
y'all set.
Man,
That y'all
listen,
set. We should have women of all body types in this
believe it.
motherfucker.
Believe it.
So,
Yeah, man.
but with that being said, I hope if I feel like Brian Breaker's getting called up, especially after the Hall of Fame, inducting his pops and his uncle into the Hall of Fame. I would like to see Carmelo Hayes and Trick get called up, but Trick be like his manager more than anything, being
Mm,
like the new Slick. So I would like to see that. Tommaso Ciampa is going to be full time on Raw or SmackDown. It looks like that was his last match in the WWE. I hope Toxic Attraction does move up. I think all three of them
mm,
would really help out a women's division. Mandy Rose has hit her stride. She
mm,
dope out there in these streets. And I think really after Monday, we'll know a little bit more because we'll see the trajectory of Omos. Because I think how Omos looks at WrestleMania, like you said, kind of like with one in a weight. I think
mhm.
Omos is how Omos looks at WrestleMania. Because last WrestleMania he won his first ever championship in his first ever match.
Yeah,
If
man.
they allow him to take down Bobby Lashley and do it in a dominant way, it's very hard for you not to put him in any title contention shit.
Man, listen.
So I hope that the WWE don't put themselves in the bag and just look at him as an attraction and not having to put the belt around him.
Mhm.
But depending on how he beat the last world champion,
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna say a lot.
And you know what? And if they need to, I'm all about Omar's having a year of disqualification wins and losses. Like, like I'm cool. I'm cool with that as well. Because sometimes when you got 7-footers, they don't have to have decisive victories
No.
every week, month. You know what I'm saying? They don't
Hell
have to do
no.
that. I mean, the fact that they big as shit and you got 7 minutes out of them, you know what I mean? That can be enough. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, depending on what happens with Omos and Bobby Lashley tonight, I think that's to me that match even more so than AJ and Edge is going to shape where the WWE major title on Raw picture goes. Honestly,
Yeah, and before we get out of here, and shouts out to Hood for throwing this my way, but there was a Nielsen report that came out about the black wrestling, like viewership by race and wrestling.
mm-hmm.
And it was very, very interesting to see where the black viewer came in when it comes to these organizations. And to put it bluntly, AEW is really lagging. So just to go over this real quick, black viewers make up about 14% of the cable audience. AEW lines up along those lines, but it's still low compared to everybody else. So I'm gonna pull this up on the screen. I'm gonna share screen. Feel like I'm doing a presentation.
Yeah, so I got the little PowerPoint joint kicking off
Little
and all of that.
PowerPoint joint. So as you see right here, total viewership, black viewers, Hispanic viewers, other races, and white viewers. If you look at SmackDown, black folks love them some SmackDown. 25% of black viewers be checking out SmackDown every Friday. They don't be at the club. White viewers, 55%. Hispanic viewers, 14%. Man, they miss Alberto Del Rio, somebody like him. What if he comes back on Monday?
Hey.
Somebody coming back. All right, NXT.
Del Rio, baby.
Right. Hey, NXT, 24% of their viewership are black, 15% Hispanic, 6% other races, 55% white. Y'all see a trend with these white people, man. So when y'all see why there's always a white champion, look at that 55%. Raw, 23% of their viewers are black compared to 15 Hispanic, other races 5%, and white viewers 56. Surprisingly, ladies and gentlemen, or not surprisingly, Impact 20%. 13% is Hispanic, 8% other races, 59% white. And way behind is Dynamite with 13% of their viewership is black, 12% is Hispanic, 5% other races, 69% white. And then Rampage is 17% with black viewers, 64% white viewers. Camp, I got a theory. The main event, fam, that happened on Friday. Do you know what that was, Camp?
So the main event that happened on Friday?
Yeah. On Rampage.
No, you know what? I'm sorry, I do not.
That main event was Keith Lee versus Powerhouse Hobbs.
Oh shit. Then that's main event.
Yeah, black folks want to see that, don't they?
Yeah, I would say so.
Majority of the time we see black people on AEW, they be on Rampage or Dark. I mean, they be on Rampage and Dark.
Yeah.
So the black people going where the black people are.
Yeah. That's what this that's that's what it say.
Right. The world champion in Impact is Moose. Moose is black. Tasha Steelz, who's Latin. She's a person of color, black and person of color. She's their women's champion. Now, WWE, part of that is that they are the tallest midget. They are the brand. They are the organization that we've known all our lives. But we've seen success with Big E, Sasha Banks, Bobby
Media as
Lashley.
a whole, yeah, Bobby
Yeah.
Lashley, yeah.
A number of black folks, right?
Mm-hmm.
If AEW don't look at this damn chart
Mm-hmm.
and see where everybody else is winning,
Man. Yo, man. I mean, hey, maybe Tony Khan need to be convinced on the black dollar and how it spends in America.
well, I was on a call where this was asked, and this
Mhm.
quote is true. Said that the question that was asked, shouts out the hood, the disparity between
Mhm.
black viewers and white viewers. He said that he noticed that. Um, I study the patterns closely, and it's something that I'm cognizant of, and it's an audience that we really do want to grow. It is very important to us. Your thoughts, Camp?
Man, if you don't know, well, please delete this memo when you see one or hear one.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, that shit didn't
Yes.
mean nothing. That was one. That's a classic presidential debate answer. It's like, yo, what you gonna do about us, man? We in the hood struggling and starving. You know what I'm saying? We don't be having good water around here. We don't be having resources. Man, let me first tell you, man, that I'm deeply concerned about your issue. And we're all aware of it.
Oh,
We're
well
hurt
aware.
by it. And
Yeah.
we want to do everything that we can. No, I want to do everything that I can to fix your circumstance if you vote for me. Like that's what that shit was to me. That don't mean shit. He don't care.
Yeah. And then if you look at this chart right here, the difference between July 1st and September 12th compared to January 1st to March 13th, 2022, Dynamite has had a 22% dip in black viewers. Gee, that's not good.
Yeah, man.
Rampage has had an 8% dip. Impact has had a 25% increase. In that time, they got what? A black champion.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Now, I'm not saying that you should negate one race for another.
No.
But this is why you have to have representation
Mm-hmm.
in your shit. NXT saw a 1% increase. Raw saw a 5% decrease. And SmackDown was even.
Mm-hmm.
But black folks love Roman Reigns.
Man, listen. It's right there. Look, the world is what it is. Hip hop is taking over the world. Black people are still the coolest humans in the world. And we use the internet like nobody else.
But this is what I also want. Oh, here's another joint right here. With that being said, black folks say they strongly like AEW, 51%. And if you look at the chart right here, it's kind of spread it evenly with WWE.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what they doing, fam?
Mm-hmm.
They watching.
Yeah.
So my thing is, fam, and what I would say looking at this joint right here is that it's two things. One, it shows you inclusion needs to be had when it comes to wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But furthermore, hey, sometimes we just can't get mad when all we see is white champions.
Yeah.
Cause and I hate saying what I'm about to say, but it's because of the demographic. It's more of them than it is us.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to strive for more inclusion than trying to make it be about us totally.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to watch out for when we have these conversations. Because a lot of times when we have these conversations, we make the conversation about us.
Yeah.
And how Big E should only lose to Bobby Lashley, who should only lose to Omos, who should only lose to Keith Lee, who should only lose to, yeah, I get it. But this shows that we need more inclusion. And for somebody like Impact, who it looks like from a viewer standpoint, Impact is the hardest to go see.
Mm-hmm.
You have to search. Impact is not on TNT. It's not on TBS. It's not on TV One. It's not on BT. Like it's not on. Like it's. You have to find. You have to check your local listings.
Right.
People are checking their local listings because they're finding Impact and they're watching it. Then to have a 25% growth within a certain time, and then within that same time, be third amongst black well,
Mm-hmm.
fourth within black viewership when it comes to the companies. And then you have some like there is, it looks very bad when their percentage is 20%, and then the company has to say, well, combined, if you combine Rampage and Dynamite,
Mm-hmm.
is actually 30 for us.
Mm.
When you got to start combining some shit, it's like, fuck,
Right.
we out here not doing too good. And I think both of us have done enough of these to know when a
Mm-hmm.
company says, oh shit, the numbers don't look good, can you just combine all of the numbers? Because it's easy
Right.
for me to go take this to a client.
Right. It's like, all of our programming reaches up to
Right,
30% of the black demo.
right.
Yeah, man. And you know what? And not for nothing, AEW, fans, listeners, management, front office, all y'all, staff, label, motherfucking crew. Y'all gotta hire more white wrestlers that black people fuck with. That's the other part of this. To be real, you know what I'm saying? I think, yeah, we want to see ourselves and we want to get opportunity and shit like that. But like, as I look at the AEW roster, and I just think about who comes to my mind in general off top, right? The first thing I think about is y'all might have 5 wrestlers that are not black that black people know they fuck with.
Who's the 5?
Yeah, well, the Hardys now, they
Oh
both
yeah,
there.
that's more
Jericho,
Jeff.
yeah, right. But but shit, they count because they brothers.
Okay, so we just count them
Jericho,
as one. So
you
that's
know,
so Jericho
Jericho
Hardy.
Sting.
I don't know about Sting now.
I'm talking about
Now,
especially our demo though. Our demo, like,
our
so
demo
if
wants
you
to see him sit down.
true, but they gonna tune in because oh shit, Sting guy still wrestling.
You right,
Let
because
me
my
check this
cousin
nigga
did
out.
say, "Is Sting still wrestling?"
Right. Yeah, you know what I'm
All right, so
saying.
that's 3.
So so what? Hardy, Jericho, Sting, fucking I'm on the fence about Daniel Bryan. I don't
They
know.
Nick black folks mess with Daniel Bryan.
It's okay. So boom, because that was my like shaky 5. So that's 4, and I'm gonna count this guy because black audience don't know that they fuck with him yet, and that's MJF. Because it ain't Jack Swagger. You know what I mean? Like it's not Christian. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not that, like, not that we got a problem with Christian, but like I've never, as a black wrestling fan, said, oh shit, Christian got the belt, I'm tuning in, or Christian got a match tonight, I'm there. Like I'm not that. He's not that for me. Fuck with Christian. I watch him if he going against Edge, one of the Dudleys, you know what I'm saying? Any of that shit. But like other than that, they don't have a lot of white wrestlers that black people know they fuck with. Like off top. They just don't have that many. We don't fuck with the Big Show like that. We don't I mean even though they there and they was on the rise, we don't fuck with Adam Cole like that yet. Not yet. We could. Shit,
If
two
if
or 3 more years in WWE, we would have.
if he had the personality of way he do with the homies when they was doing what a party at.
Man, see? So you know what I'm saying? So like just think about that. And meanwhile, everybody else just on SmackDown. That's why that's why I just that they just fuck with. Unfortunately, a lot of the characters, partially because they want to be pro wrestlers, they don't want to be sports entertainers. They're not even presenting themselves in a way to make black people look at them more as just a grown ass man in drawers rolling around on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut that one, the MJF, because not yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cut that one just on some not yet shit.
Okay.
And I'm gonna keep it with the 4 that you named. Um, but it's a caveat to that.
Mm-hmm.
Like of the 4 that you named, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jericho's an OG.
Right.
Jeff Hardy is an OG.
Mm-hmm.
Um, who else?
Sting.
Sting is definitely an OG.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Brian Danielson.
and Brian Danielson, uh, I could say she's an OG.
Mm-hmm.
Like people know the yes chant. Black folks know the yes chant.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, I think MJF has that capability,
Mm-hmm.
but not yet. But what I will say is this. What I will say is this, right? The WWE got Street Profits. They got Bianca Belair. Impact got Moose, and they got Tasha Steelz.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't got no young person yet that we identify.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the issue.
Yeah, because Jade trying.
Jade is that 17 and that 13, G.
Yeah,
Let
Jade
me say
trying,
this
man.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Cause even seeing all those clips from Wale Mania and all that shit,
Mm-hmm.
Jade is the 17 and the 13. Jade is the most popular black wrestler on there. She is the person, she's the, with all of the new black people that they've gotten, the one that has the most potential is Jade. To the point where I think Vince McMahon already got a check
Mm-hmm.
with her name on there.
Oh yeah.
There's a check in Vince McMahon's office right now
Listen,
that has Jade Cargill on there. And when her
scold. I'm sorry,
go ahead.
scolding take right here when you finish. But go ahead.
And when her contract runs out, Vince and them gonna make that call the day it runs out. Because I
Mm-hmm.
know they know the day it runs out. They like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, contract's over with. Let me know what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Cause she that 17 and they 13%. So
Mm.
what's that scolding hot take?
So, scolding hot take is simply this. I think Vince McMahon wants Sasha Banks to be who Jade is on social media.
Yep. I don't think that's
And that
scolding. I think that's shit.
mm, and that's why I know he won her over there. He was like, "Oh wow, this is a black girl that does the hair thing too, and that's in tune with everything too. Like, yeah, Snoop's Sasha's cousin, but this girl just lives it."
And she looks the part.
Yeah,
She's
she looks.
tall. She's muscular.
Yeah, yeah. He definitely like if because Vince is in the mind of building wrestlers. He wants something that looks just like Jade Cargill. He wants something that looks just like that. I mean, he got Sasha Banks, he's got Becky Lynch, he's got Bianca Belair, he's got Bayley, he's got Charlotte. But if he could build, and I mean, and just look at the women, the black women that he's hired in the past. You look at your Jacquelines, you look at your um Jazz, you look at you look at Naomi. Like he likes everything that comes with Jade, and he's just waiting for Mr. Khan to consistently keep dropping the ball. And he's going to offer her an offer that she would be a fool to refuse.
And with Cody coming over to the WWE, fam, a
Mr.
lot of those Cody kids,
yeah, they don't know why.
yeah, Vince McMahon ain't slick.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
man. So, any final thoughts on this
Mm.
weekend? What you think? What I'll ask this question as a guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you believe it's gonna happen or not, whether you could believe it's gonna happen, what you hope will happen.
Mm-hmm.
What is a prediction that's out of the ordinary that you can throw out there this week that you predict will happen or you hope would happen?
Man, shit.
And I changed it because it's wrestling. We've watched this shit half of our life.
Mm-hmm.
What's something different?
Yeah. Shit. You know what? Something different would be Shit, would be Natty and fucking Shayna Baszler win this tag team match tonight. Because it's like, that feels lifetime achievement awardish. You know, that would be something. Um, I also look at shit, AJ winning the match tonight, and then AJ going on to get his next historic superseding championship run. As they build him to be new John Cena, even though he's older than old John Cena, older than new John Cena.
Yeah.
Also, I think that, you know what, man, honestly, and I think you've mentioned this before, I think wrestling is going just back to the early 90s, the late 80s, early 90s, where the champ is the champ and a bunch of other shit just happening.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with that. I didn't realize how efficient and sufficient that shit was. Like, when you know Hulk Hogan the champ, you know that's just what it the fuck is. When somebody gets elevated into that spot, you know, oh shit, I got to start paying attention to them. And then the other shit is just shit happening. So when Sam Houston was getting his ass leveled by Axe and Smash, I didn't think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? When when fucking whether it was the one man game or Akeem, it didn't even fucking matter. But if he was to ever face Brutus the Barber Beefcake, I just like, okay, yeah, I'll watch this shit. But at the end of the day, Hulk Hogan is about to slam King Kong Bundy.
Right.
And I need to pay attention to that shit right there. And maybe something cool will happen on the way to that moment. I think that is what Vince is repackaging and redistributing to us through Roman Reigns. Because to be honest, he don't need the catchphrase of the face that runs the place or the champ is here or any of that shit. It's just like, no, you know me. It's me. I'm him. Y'all do whatever the fuck y'all doing. But I'm him. And that's okay. So, yeah, man, I think we are we're just in that space where I think we're starting to realize, maybe it's because we're becoming just savvy wrestling fans, or we're over we have overexposure to all of our superstars or performing talents through social media and all that. But we're looking at who the stars and who the wrestlers, man. And I think, why not roll with this until somebody proves themselves to be otherwise.
All right, man. Here's my prediction.
Mm-hmm.
This is a prediction. This is a guaranteed hope. This is lit. This will be the biggest news of the weekend and all that. Roman Reigns wins tonight. And you hear the Rock's theme song.
Okay.
And the Rock
cutting the celebration, huh?
Cut the celebration. Because if you notice, anytime Roman Reigns wins, some shit just happens.
Yeah. True.
Ah, fuck. How this shit go again? Either they cut that shit off completely, like he wins, and then we gotta go. Or, see what I'm saying?
Oh, I guess.
So my prediction is that Roman Reigns wins. The music y'all love is playing. The explosions go off. And then you hear, if you smell what the Rock is cooking. Oh, the dog. And you hear Michael Cole go, what? What? Wait a minute, what? What? The crowd is going crazy. What is going on? Corey Grace, what in the world is going on? I guess it's WrestleMania. And then The Rock comes out. He goes on both sides of the ring, does the Brahma Bull arm and shit. He gets to the ring, he does it, and you see Jay and Jimmy in the back like, Cuzzo's here.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
Cuzzo's here. And then you see Paul Heyman shocked. You see Roman Reigns like irritated a little bit. But then he goes face to face with Cousin. And then Cousin gives him a hug like the Royal Rumble. When he won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And when he gives him the hug, he gives him the rock bottom. And he points to the WrestleMania sign. And they say, what does this mean?
Right.
It sets up
WrestleMania 39.
Roman Reigns versus The Rock. If I could, that's literally what would happen. Because early in the show, I did say that I believe Roman Reigns is going to win. And he's going to keep the belt until the next WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So Roman Reigns versus The Rock rings off whether Roman Reigns is the champ or not. Because it's about one thing. Who's the real tribal chief?
Hey. I like it, man. Even though I hate the 1 year build-ups. I didn't like either time.
I didn't like it either.
But shit, this is what The Rock do now, though. This is you're like, hey, look, y'all want me to show up randomly on Raw? No.
Let
me just tell you what I'm gonna do next year.
Right. My schedule's booked, so we just gonna pencil it in.
Yeah.
And this is what we gonna do. So yeah, that's what I would do. The Rock.
What you need to do is hit the Booksy app, and then you need to just schedule. Get up on Booksy, and then select The Rock, and then just whatever day that is, I'll be there. Okay. The Rock ain't got time for this shit. Rock ain't got time for this shit all year, bro. Hit the app, fam. Hit the app. I'll be there. Just select now. Drop down.
Like you getting a haircut, fam. Oh man, I gotta get this razor liner. Let me go. Oh shit, I can't. It's WrestleMania. Oh fuck! I didn't get the alert. Oh man, I didn't get the alert. Shit. All right, fuck it. Damn, I'll be there.
Right.
Vince, I'll be there.
You know what I'm saying?
Booksy was tripping today. You double booked.
You know what I'm saying?
Double book. Nah, fam. You Booksy. Hell no. Nah. Gee. Oh man, I was legit crying. And I was legit crying because I booked Trey's barber on Booksy last time, and that motherfucker wasn't even at the barbershop.
Hey, see?
It didn't work.
You know what I'm saying?
It didn't work. I just don't think he's at the place no more. He didn't let his clients know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Barbers they need to start that game, but barbers ain't hustlers no more, man.
Man, see Trey Barber in Maryland, that nigga had the app, pay early if you want, all that shit. We get here and it's like, damn, what the fuck am I here for an hour?
Yeah.
I booked you at 4. Fuck you mean you got 2 heads, nigga? No, you don't.
Right. Like, no, you got mine at 4, right, bro.
At 4, man. So that's why that shit was even so funny.
Oh man.
Because the Booksy app is what they be telling you to use.
Yep.
Hey man. Y'all ain't shit, fam. Rock on double book on Booksy by accident. Or that shit ain't gonna come through. Vince McMahon, you gotta pay 1% of the fee and shit. Vince McMahon might not eat. Man, let me stop.
Oh man.
All right, man. Well, look, man, that's this nigga said Booksy, man. Oh man. Oh shit. Oh man, but no, that's what I would love to happen, man. At the end of the night, the theme music rings. He's technically like the only OG that's missing there.
Yeah.
Technically, so
the one that can still go. I mean, we ain't gonna get Triple H. We ain't gonna get Shawn Michaels.
And they all been there that weekend.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're not gonna get Steve Austin. Steve Austin been said,
We done
nah,
after
I'm
the
gonna
night.
be
I'm
said.
done.
Yeah,
After,
you know what
after
I'm saying?
last night, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I took enough bumps.
You
I
know.
drunk a beer with my brother and we good. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, nah. So I think my prediction and what I would like to happen is that The Rock is going to end the night giving Roman Reigns the rock bottom. If that happens, fam, this could be the biggest Bang Be Knowing moment. I might even retire Bang Be Knowing all that shit. Cause
Oh,
man, that
word.
if that shit happened tonight, Camp, I'm retiring Bang Be Knowing. Cause
Oh, wow.
that shit right there, would nobody guess that shit. You could
Yeah, that's
search this
true.
shit on Twitter and nobody got that in their mind. If we hit a Rock theme song, all we gotta do is if you smell,
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm
all right.
I'm finding a new nickname. Cause shit, that would be beyond a motherfucker would listen to the podcast and be like, man, these niggas know somebody from the WWE.
Yeah, man.
That's what that
Yeah,
shit
man.
is. These niggas know somebody. That's
You,
what
you,
that
you- you'd
is.
be at Confucius level because you predicted heights of the century. You also
Yeah, I
predicted heights
did.
of the century, so
Yes, I did.
so
And
you
Boogie
already 50% there to
Boogie
like
still
hold
mad
on,
at
man.
me about that shit. He mad at the motherfucker. So yeah, we'll see what happens, man. But hey, all in all, it's a great weekend for wrestling. Let's make
Mhm.
sure that we enjoy it as a family, enjoy it with your
Yeah,
kids,
yeah.
enjoy it with your boo if she likes wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
Word,
Finger pop and watch Roman Reigns tonight.
word.
You know what I'm
Eat
saying?
pizza.
Right.
Mhm.
Now, or eat pizza. Finger pop or eat pizza. It's totally up
Shit.
to you.
You can really do both if you got
You can
the
really do
positioning
both.
right. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
if you
saying?
do it right. If you I've
You
done
gotta
it.
eat with your right hand.
Right.
Just
And if you want to be nasty, just
throw a little crust in there. Yikes. Yeah. Yikes.
lick your lips with the piece of crust and the coochie juice. Oh, you
Oh
nasty, huh? Like, yeah, I'm nasty
my God,
tonight,
man.
man.
Yeah, I don't even want to see this match. So what's popping?
Thank you.
I don't even want to see this.
You don't want to see this match, so let's
I'm just
go ahead.
unzip. You know.
All right, so go ahead and end us off, Ken.
All right, man. Hey, listen, as always, man, thank y'all for tuning into this show. Man, shout to just the live interaction. We appreciate y'all on the live. You know what I'm saying? While we're doing this as it happens. Likes, comments, shares, tags, conversations, questions, hypotheses, theories, all of it greatly appreciated. And now I gotta add the live portion in there as well. Obviously, we love to do this show and we talk wrestling. And we would do it without you, but it's always greater to have you a part of the conversation and the movement.
Yes.
And yeah, man, WrestleMania Night 1, stellar. Well, I guess it has to be stupendous, right? Because that's how they marketed it,
Yeah,
right? So,
stupendous.
so Night 2, even more stupendous. All right. Make sure you tune in. My black ass will, so will JR Bang. And if you ever want to talk about wrestling in an unconventional way, you do so by checking out the first Black Champ podcast. Camp Bang. We are out.